Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Live from Sword Coast podcast. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master today. Today, we are continuing on with our ongoing campaign playing Jeff Tulanian's very cool Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. Now, you may be asking yourself if you are a regular viewer, but Kev, that's not the cover we've seen in the last little while, and I would say to you, astute viewer, that yes, you are correct. This is not the same cover, because this is the brand new cover for the Heroes, what is it called? Player's Manual. I just looked this up before I went live. How the fuck did I forget already? It is the Player's Manual. So, as I mentioned before, too, we've included a link to the store for Northwind Publishing, the creators of Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. But you can get this bad boy as well as a couple of other neat new products, including a DM screen and a Heroes folio. So if you felt that the giant pink book might have been a little much for you to dive into the game, this has everything you need to play the game. And it is a lovely soft cover with a super cool Valsamekis cover on it as well, which I love this because I love the Hyperboreans in general. Look at that, dude.
Cool.
I guess it's just glare you're seeing right now. So
pretty much.
That's great, Kev. I don't know what the fuck it's like taking a picture through a bus window. Good job. Okay. So, and with me today to venture back to the snowy land of Thule, and I do have to warn you guys, we got snow this week, so
No.
Get ready to pay. With me, I'll go the order I got you guys left to right on the screen here. First up is Will. Who are you, and who are you playing?
My name's Will. I'm playing Amar Tulsa Singh. He is a Sikh warrior from the 18th century Earth.
Nice. And next up is George.
Hi, I'm George. I'm playing Mallow Black. He is a Chimeric Celt warlock who was banished from an ancient order of mystic knights.
Yes. Next up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm playing Yason, the Berserker. He used to be a slave, and now he's a killer.
Nice.
And next up is Robert.
I'm playing Reagan, a Celt rune guard. Okay, Kevin, you screwed me up on this. Who's a little annoyed because she heard in her sleep last night that somebody was calling her weak, but not sure who.
Nice. And last but not least is Colin.
Yes, I'm playing Kane, the Chimeric Celt fighter. And his favored weapon is a massive magical hammer.
Nice. Missing today are Carl, who plays Iphigenia, and Hobbs, or Jason Hobbs, who plays, what's her name? Preda. So Carl and Hobbs, we miss you guys. We look forward to seeing you back again soon. Okay, so first up, let's start our scene with a view very much like you see here, only the landscape is complete. Oh, first off, we got to start off with Arlen's
some
poem.
poetry.
That's right. Yeah.
Kev, what
Wow.
the fuck?
I know.
Come on.
I'm going to start believing you don't like it if you're
Not at
cutting it
all.
down. No.
Arlen, please bring us in with a ballad.
So what I said in the email was, you'll have to imagine, for the viewers, watch the end of the last episode and then start it right here, because it would be really cool if I had this ready to go when we killed that elk. But feel the great strength of the beast's heart as it pumps its lifeblood into the frost, fell blade fallen on its presented throat. What blazing warmth evaporates, is lost like words into the wind, spoken by some immortal bard, whose ephemeral ecstasies are tossed by silent storms, runes graved and carved, and all the mighty host that sings his songs and roars his chants. But at what cost do they, the lost, wander in wastes as taunts are brought on biting wind, and wings of foul and fouler still creatures from those lost fonts suck our blood and bite our arms, and do haunt my dreams and my poems and all my thoughts.
Nice.
Awesome.
Woo.
Now, am I correct in thinking that he is saying this while kind of stomping around and shouting out at the sky?
I think so. I think that's what we've decided on, is that it's a sort of, I imagine, I'm not going to shout because my girlfriend is asleep in the other room. But we can imagine Jason in the frozen wilderness just shouting out this poetry.
Yeah. Awesome.
Is Jason literate? Like, can he write this stuff down?
No, I don't think so.
So I'm going to be copying this stuff down whenever I hear it.
Okay. That's
Gonna
great.
bring out a book.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm
It's the, what do you call it? The Hyperborean equivalent of the Shakespeare Code.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so then we our scene opens as we hear this thing being bellowed out to the sky as if it was some kind of oh gosh, what is it? Diegetic and non-diegetic sound? Is that the
diegetic is internal
when it's in the scene? Yeah. So we think it's non-diegetic, and then we see it's actually him. It's not a narrator speaking. It's actually someone stomping around. And for the film nerds in the group, there's a little bit for you. So you what do you call? We see him kind of stomping around. Now there was let's see here. Amar and Kane were also involved in that. Fracas with the reindeer. So we sort of pick up the scene with you guys. This thing is on the ground now. This thing is fucking huge. This is a massively. It's probably closer to the size of like an elephant than what a reindeer would be. So there's just this huge beast that kind of shudders and breathes its last breath. Now when we left. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, as it sort of releases its last breath, I'll offer my thanks to Yoon Deer for bringing this to us.
Nice.
And as is the what is it, the is it the Celt or Khmeri way? I think it's the.
I think it's the Celts.
Yeah. So my roots are in that kind of that tradition, So
Nice. Okay. I thought you were going to hold its face up to yours and just say, "You're nothing." All right. So it has shuffled off its mortal coil, and you now find yourself with an enormous fallen beast, and you're all kind of standing there. The winds are howling around you. The snow is still piled up high. After and I believe it's pretty fucking cold as well too, from what I recall. Let's see here. Let me grab. So I started a process of trying to keep the legal pads separate that have everything on it, and then I've subsequently lost track of which one's which.
So, Colin, does Kane's honoring the memory of this beast involve doing the hands thing and bowing to it? Because
I reckon maybe,
that's probably what it ought to be. Yeah,
I reckon it probably does. Following on the theme from last time.
Are we back to this?
Probably.
It is definitely freezing because we took some basically permanent damage until we warm ourselves up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even Jason is relatively, well, not invulnerable to the cold, but relatively strong against the cold. So it must be really cold.
Yeah. Well, from what I recall, it was actually down to I think it was minus 20 Celsius, which was minus 10, I think, Fahrenheit.
I think so.
That sounds
about right.
Fahrenheit.
Right.
Yeah. Because the real key for verisimilitude is an accurate weather system, right?
You must keep strict time records.
We're on a flat disc around Saturn, but we got to make sure the weather is exactly right.
Well, we're not anymore. We're
really. This is taking me out of the fiction, Kev. You and your bullshit weather. Give me one more second. I got one more place to look.
I see all that weather stuff's in the back of the Ash book as well, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a ton of weather stuff in the back.
Yeah,
there's also all of the date and time stuff, so you can calculate how much sunlight you have.
Yeah. I thought Kev was just getting it out of the Wilderness Survival Guide or something, but
I actually thought
I think he's getting some stuff from the Wilderness Survival Guide and some from the Pathfinder Wilderness Rules, he said.
Oh, okay.
and some from Ash because I know
We
he
have no
talked
idea
about.
where any of it's coming from.
Yeah, it's strange how he can't find out what he needs
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's almost
He's just
like
looking for
it's
the
coming
most
from a whole
brutal
bunch of different
rules.
sources.
Yeah.
Yes. What are the most brutal rules for each of those sources? Add those
Just
together.
look out the window. That'd be the
Right.
thing to do.
I actually thought about going into work. Nobody's there. I could I could hide out in the freezer and play there. It might,
Oh, nice. An immersive experience.
yeah, the walk-in freezer. When I
Yeah,
find out I can't get out, they're like, "How the hell did he?" It's like, he's just playing a role-playing game.
I'm just in here working.
That's not how you want to die.
No,
I'm convinced my core body temperature drops when the sound effects kick in as well.
Yes.
I'm convinced.
Oh, you know what? That's a good.
Oh, here we go.
No, I should have put a coat on.
Oh, here we go.
You know, the viewers at home may not be able to hear this, but I used these in the first session I ran for that Warhammer game or the World of Warcraft one, and I used some background sounds for battle and stuff. And the expression on it was Jeff who was playing, and the expression on Jeff's face as he's like, it was
awesome.
enough to sell the effect.
That's great.
All right. So I have no earthly idea where it is, but I do have my core rules here, so that is really all I'm concerned with right now. And I do know it was pretty damn cold.
It was.
Yeah. So, all right. So, and how many days had it been since you guys had water? I think you had water the day before, didn't you?
we
melted
yes,
snow.
we melted snow. I think we had water the day before. So I listened to the episode,
Nice.
and you said that because we could bleed the beast, that we could get our water ration from that.
Not from the you would need a what do you call it? Well, you could get that from this beast, but to actually cook the meat and to cook the
to cook the meat we need fire and stuff, but specifically for water.
For water, yes, I think you're good for water. So how many days has it been since you had food?
I think we were at closing in on 3 days.
I think we are at 3.
Oh,
and I think we're at 4 for Kane.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you do have it's 5 days is when you start having horrible things happen to you, more horrible than giant killer reindeer. So let's talk about strategy now. So this thing kind of came out while were you guys on watch or were you traveling?
We were marching,
right? Okay, so you now have this enormous thing down. What is the plan, guys?
I was just going to say, guys, we kill them hyena things and in the end get the meat purified with some magic.
Yeah, Prada did that, I think.
Prada can purify meat. So that's one thing that maybe we can do is instead of trying to cook this meat, we could try to start the process of curing it, and Prada can just purify it tomorrow in case it goes bad.
I mean, it's going to freeze now.
Yeah.
It's going to actually freeze, isn't it? We could freeze it, cut it up, and have frozen chunks of it.
We're not an adventure group. We're a butchering company.
Frozen chunks of raw elk. That sounds.
And then, maybe then when we want to eat it, to purify it at the time.
Well, we could. Yeah, purify it at the time of eating, or even if we freeze it, we could just, cook it up whenever we're ready to eat it. If it stays cold enough, it'll stay good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we're like in a walk, like we were saying, like we're walking in a freezer, aren't we? Effectively, minus 20.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and
so, how much preparation do we want to do, guys? Because it was quite a lengthy process. I don't know how near you think we are to the weather improving or the.
Well, if I remember, we are still in the middle of a impenetrable fog, basically, that the snow has stopped, but the ice fog is going. So, and I don't think surely this is too big to carry with us. So seems like what we need to do probably is strip meat as fast as we can and move on to try to get out of the ice fog, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So those are two different things.
Okay.
So you can, like, if you're going to try and strip this thing of all the available meat, you will need to take a day to do that.
Okay.
So the amount you can get out of it, one sec here. Medicine, first aid. Assuming this is nearing the end of the day as well, you guys could, in theory, go hunting as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always up for a bit of hunting.
Yeah, and you still have a second chance to go fishing as well, or not fishing, to look for water as well too. We made the morning roll for water, but not the evening roll yet.
Mm-hmm. And we might want to check for any kind of firewood just in case.
Yeah.
Kev, I'm assuming any rain type thing, since Reagan now can create black cloud. I assume that would freeze instantly at this point.
So we, a large-sized animal has 6 rations worth of food, and there are, I believe, 9 of you in total, including Gormal, Two Beards, and Eagle. And if you spend the day, you could get 20 rations.
Wow.
Okay.
If you spend a full day butchering, slicing, and packing the carcass, you will need a fire to sort of do that work. Because the thing is, so you can picture that like every time you cut into this stuff, whatever blood and shit that's getting onto you, it's just cooling your hands even faster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you're going to get to a point where your hands are going to be little knotted things you're trying to work with.
Right.
Okay. Well then, it sounds like what we need to do is get a fire going for tonight.
Yeah.
Spend tomorrow butchering this thing, and then get a move on the next day.
Yeah. And maybe some of the fog will clear.
And maybe the weather will clear. Yes.
Okay. So the let's see here. So just to be clear, so you'd be spending tonight starting to do the butchering. You would spend all day tomorrow getting it done, and then the day after is when you set out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Then all right. So who is feeling lucky, and is going to look for firewood.
Reagan can.
Yeah, and I can too.
Okay. Who's feeling lucky? Someone give me a percentile roll, please.
Okay. So are we both doing it then?
Just let's start with, if you guys are splitting up and you're going to each go, I'm fine with that. I'll just roll random encounters for each then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems pretty important that we find something.
Yeah, I mean, things
Agreed.
this is desperate measures.
No, nothing.
Oh, boy. Okay. So you guys go venturing away from the party into the fog. You can picture yourself, what's that, what do you call it? The film with, it's the Nolan film was set up in Alaska with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Insomnia, right?
Insomnia, right? Yeah. That thick, crazy, thick fog. That's sort of what you're walking through right now. Is the stuff where it's the sound of the wind and the sound of the crunch of snow under your feet, and that's really all you kind of hear. Each of you spends about 20 minutes, searching and trying to find where this stuff is, and with no luck. Now, I do need. Is this in the player's handbook? Let's see here.
The getting lost rules.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's in the. Here we go. Would each of you guys kindly give me a D6 roll, please? Malo and Yason.
Malo and Reagan.
And Reagan, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
whatever. We suffered the same fate, whatever it might be.
Sorry, I saw the 5. that actually means you're able to find your way back.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Thank God.
So, I tell you, nothing but epic fates here. So how did I lose my character? Oh, I wandered off into fog and then starved.
I would have been like casting like burning hands into the sky to send up like a signal flare.
Oh, that's great.
And nobody still would be able to see it because of the fog.
Okay, so so you guys have gone out, and at the initial forays, there's no firewood that you found. Do you guys want to expand out?
I think so.
search?
Yeah.
And also, one of you can take Eagle with you, and he'll help with not getting lost.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Okay. Who's taking Eagle with him?
I'll let George take. I don't know. Reagan's feeling the need to prove her strength for some reason.
I appreciate
I
that.
feel like you guys were shit talking me in my sleeve.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Here we go. God damn it.
Oh,
I rolled the wrong thing. Hold on. Sorry, I rolled the wrong thing to search.
Ah, okay.
that was your getting lost.
Ooh.
There you go.
Oh!
All right.
Nice. So Malo, you found firewood, or at least the stuff that you could. Underneath, there's probably like one of those boulders is grown over, and you find the lone dry spot.
Or at least run over to it.
Yeah. So you start collecting your stuff, and you have Eagle with you as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. And give me a D8 roll. See if you guys are able to find your way back.
Whoops.
Well,
No. That was
6. Uh-oh.
Oh, that was a D. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh no, Reagan.
Yep.
Oh no. Okay, so
But you got
Eagle
fired, but
returns now.
lost Reagan.
Okay.
yeah.
That's
Remember
an
Reagan?
interesting turn of events. Now, since you're the one who got lost, Reagan, would you kindly pick evens or odds?
You know what? I'm going to let a die do that for me.
Okay.
Evens.
Evens. Here we go. Okay. So, set that aside. So you
Toolborg.
start making your way back. Yeah.
Right.
And you quickly realize that you're not, that bit of dull panic sets in where you realize that like you're not sure where the fuck you are, and you call out, and it just kind of gets lost and swallowed by that freezing snow.
Yep.
Let's see here. I need to roll this. Okay.
We should have made arrangements for this eventuality.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like your DM tried to do that last session. It fell on deaf ears.
Exactly.
Okay, so Malo and Eagle, you guys are heading back with the the load of moss and whatnot that you can burn, and then you see there's something small moving just at the edge of your vision. I think you can probably only see about 50 feet in here, so that's around where you would see this thing.
Okay.
And something is just kind of moving along on the just near where I think maybe at the edge of your vision, like as if it's sort of like flanking you to your left.
Can we tell if it's coming toward us or which direction it's headed in?
I think you can, because you've noticed it. I think that you can tell that it's sort of flanking you, or not flanking, but it's keeping pace with you.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I'll have Eagle stop for a second. I'm gonna wait to see if it gets closer. So if it gets within 20 feet, if I can have a better sense of what it looks like, I'll figure that out. Otherwise, I'm gonna start moving away.
Sure. So you stop for a moment, and all you can hear is the labored, your labored breathing from stomping through the snow, for quite some time. And this thing it's small, like it's small, like a tiny dog kind of small, and what you see move slowly into view. And at first you see it's kind of weird triangular shaped head, and it slowly moves into view, and then you see its white muzzle, black eyes, and red fur. And this small little fox comes out of the snow and kind of looks at you. It's a sad-looking little thing. It's looking, a little malnourished. But I mean, it's a fox.
I just turn to Eagle and say, "It chose to live out here. We're not giving it any food." I'm so concerned with getting this stuff that can burn back to camp.
He holds up his spear as if to say, like,
My concern is not getting lost and getting this burnable moss back to the camp. How far are we from the camp do we think?
You think probably about maybe a 10-minute, 15-minute walk.
All right, Eagle. We'll just spend a couple of minutes if you want to try to take it down.
Okay. So let's see here. Let's see if he's... Rather than making an attack roll, why don't you give me... let's see here. What do I need to roll here? So I roll a d10. And... Oh, and then would you kindly give me a d6 roll?
4.
Okay, so he gets the spear out. He's slowly trying to line up the shot to not startle it. And as he's about to move, this thing kind of turns and goes scampering off, and he throws the spear off and it misses it. He goes stomping off into the snow, collects his spear, comes back, and is kind of muttering to himself that he can't believe he missed such an easy target.
I think it wasn't worth it anyway. How much meat could be on the bones of that thing?
Yeah. Okay.
But we've done our job. Let's get back with the moss.
All right. So you guys make your way back, and you get back for about, let's see if you guys find shelter as well, too.
Gee, maybe the fox had a cave that he...
Yeah. Anyone prepare a reduced person? Let's see here. So someone give me, whoever wants to roll for the shelter, give me a percentile roll here.
Here, Jason can be looking for shelter while they're looking for...
Sure.
Right.
Firewood.
31.
Nice. Yep. You
Awesome.
find another place that is... Yeah, that's great. You find another kind of a nook. You have to shovel some snow out of it, but there is a place where you're going to have some nice stone to provide a windbreak, and
we can do the burning hands trick again if we've got stone.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I can't wait for that thing to shrapnel. And so you make your way in.
Mean DM.
I know, what a jerk.
He's
Why
just
is every
reflecting.
element hot? So you guys, Malo and Eagle get back. You've got your place prepared. Kane and Amar, and I guess you guys and and Preda and Iphigenia have sort of dragged the carcass to this area. You're starting. I'm assuming you're starting at work, kind of butchering this thing.
Yeah.
And that's when Eagle and Malo come back, and you guys spend. Let's see here. How long will it take you to get the fire going? I think that's when you would notice that Reagan's just still not back.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually will take you about an hour to get it going.
Yeah,
hold on, that's not right. Give me a 2d20 roll, please.
Who's going to start that fire? Anybody want to? I can do it.
Sure.
2d20.
Nice. Yes, please.
24.
Okay, 24. So it's 24 rounds, which means it is. That round is 10 seconds. So 200 seconds is, I don't know. What is that? 7 minutes?
4 minutes, isn't it?
4 minutes.
Yeah,
There you go.
4 minutes. Yeah.
I'm just fucking throwing numbers out. 12, 42.
So that's 79.
8.
Am I close?
It's a fucking social science degree really showing up. Okay, so it's about 10 minutes. We'll say for getting it set up, for getting the thing burning, and all of you are sort of around there. You stripped off the frozen, clothes or coverings and whatnot that you have, apart from Kane, who has this big bear skin, of course. And you're all sort of warming yourself around this fire, getting ready to work on this thing. And that's sort of when you notice that is Reagan still at back?
You guys haven't seen Reagan at all?
No.
If not,
Which direction did she go?
I thought she was with you looking for firewood.
We split up to make sure we had better chances.
Good thinking.
Well, maybe not.
Look around,
Maybe
and there's
not.
just a bunch of the thicket, fog around you, and it's turning that kind of like kind of bluish tinge near the end of day.
Kane will bounce up to his feet and just sort of take up a big sort of lungful of air and be like, Reagan! And he just sort of like bellows out across like a foghorn kind of thing,
Yeah.
So every so often, Reagan would be pausing to just completely listen,
Yeah.
So.
And all you're hearing is that interminable wind, the howling. And you're cold as well, too. Geez, because you guys still don't have proper winter travel clothing either.
Perhaps Eagle, you can help track Reagan to wherever she went.
He can definitely try. Let's see here. So Eagle is a huntsman. You want him to subdue an animal, right? No.
Exactly. Reagan's an animal. Please go subdue her and bring her back.
Okay. Wilderness. Okay, now this is for all the marbles, or for the rune graver.
The rune graver.
Whatever it's called. The rune witch. Who would like to make a D12 roll?
I think Robert should make.
Yeah, blame on him.
I don't want the blame for that.
I think they call this like dice seppuku.
Exactly.
Well, she does still have an astonishing point, assuming we all got one at the start. So.
Actually, yeah, everyone starts with an astonishing point of astonishing fortune.
That's not a bad idea.
Nice. So Eagle gets out, and he will head out into the wild to try and find her.
I'll escort him, Kevin.
You're gonna go as well, okay?
Don't want him if he gets jumped. Don't want him to get bumped off.
Okay. Anybody else want to join Kane and Eagle?
I'll go as well.
Malo, okay.
Jason
is there a little bit of guilt driving that, Malo?
It's about 1%.
Okay, so you're always thinking, well, she's lost, but one less mouth to feed.
My secondary skill is a mercenary, so I have a mercenary point of view on things.
Yes.
And you don't want the Chimera kilt contingent to look bad either. So
this is true.
You know, we've got to hold up our end of the thing.
Right. Awesome. So would you guys? Let's hear. So you guys set out. Let me think here. So I think it's going to take. Let's do this. We'll
take a chunk of meat as well.
The searching party. We're going to take the median roll here for how long this is going to take. I'm going to get someone to roll for Eagle. Robert, you're going to roll a d6, and I'm going to roll a d6. Oof, Jesus. I rolled a 6. Okay, a 2. And who's rolling for Eagle?
Kane, do you want to roll for Eagle since you're the main escort?
I can do. Hold on. D6, wasn't it? Yep.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
5. Okay, so 5 would be the median. So I'm going to make 5 rolls here.
5 rolls for treasure that we find?
Yeah, exactly it. Hey, guys, look. Undefended treasure. This place is awesome. Oh, God, it's a mimic. It's a mimic.
We found an ale horn next to this body.
Right.
All right. So, as you guys are tromping your way along here. Oh, man. I see my luck for random encounters is going the way it did before. So you, Malo, you do get a sense that you're being followed. And as you guys are making your way along, you do catch you spy that behind you is that same fox.
Huh.
Are you kidding me? Fucking fox. Still following.
Wow.
So you guys are traveling for it's a good like hour and a bit. And Reagan, what are you describe for us how kind of what you're doing to try and like be found by your fellows?
Well, she's attempting to, since she really has no idea where she is, she doesn't want to go in one specific direction. So she's kind of trying to spiral out.
Okay.
From once she realizes that she thinks she's lost, she's starting to try to spiral.
Okay.
And every so often shouting, knowing that it probably isn't going to help in the wind. She just realized something that she'll tell everybody when she gets back, but she doesn't think it's going to help her. Something to do with with one of the runes she recently discovered. But yeah, other than every so often shouting, preferably in the direction away from the wind, hoping that it's that they're downwind of her.
Sure. Yep. Would you kindly give me a test of Constitution?
Sure. Hold on a second. Gotta find her.
Oh, and now that you guys have a fire as well, anybody who lost hit points due to cold, you will be able to recover it.
That's great.
Ooh, Constitution, not her best. Let's see.
So test, not a feat.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so you give me a D4 roll, please.
Yeah.
Oh man, and Robert, I saw your comment about the frozen lobster or lobster ice cream. That's the worst thing I've ever heard of. Oh my god.
They did it apparently they were originally to say that it was what do you call it? I take 3 points damage. Basically to show that they made it themselves. That was the whole point. It's like, okay, yes, this is not store-bought.
Yeah, well, good on you.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I would never try it again.
Just the idea of this, of like the sensation of biting into frozen lobster is fucking horrible.
Yep.
God dang.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just took 3 points of cold damage.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 points for Reagan. Yep.
Okay, so you're making your way along too. Now, Kane and Mal. Oh, Kane doesn't have to because he's got the. Or no, what I'll do is Kane, you've got advantage on your check. So basically, you get to roll twice on your Constitution check and take the better of the two. Malo, would you kindly just give me a Constitution test as well?
Okay.
I mean, you could cast Burning Hands on yourself to keep yourself warm.
Well, we'll see what happens.
No problem for Kane, yeah.
No.
Oh, you know what, Kane? You're rolling the wrong thing. That's a check. Yeah, I need a test from you, please. The one that's the D6.
Oh, yeah, it's the other one. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, test of con.
Nice. Yep, no problem.
Cool. Yeah, I failed though.
Okay, so you failed then, Malo. Malo, you give me a D4 roll, please, and take that much in cold damage.
Okay. Oh,
nice. Right. And it's only because you guys are out for about an hour and a half wandering through this, following along after Eagle. However, you do manage to find, finally, after Reagan stops and is wandering around in what she thinks is a spiral, and calling out every now and then. What are you guys doing to try and find her too? Kane, you were bellowing out before. You carrying on with that?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably ill-advised, but under the circumstances, he's going to do that, and also keeping an eye out for tracks, obviously. Yeah. And
how many of you guys have played Barrel Maze?
I have not.
Nobody?
No.
So one of my favorite things about Barrel Maze is every time the party makes noise, I get to make an encounter roll.
Sweet.
Yeah.
This is not as densely populated as what that is. So you're not going to get that there, but it's great because we had a player who insisted on using thunderstones all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's like automatic.
I'll deal with these skeletons with my thunderstone. Bam! Oh, ghouls! I'll deal with these ghouls with my thunderstone. Bam! Oh,
it's definitely fun to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know how fun it is to play, but
Okay, so let's see here. So you guys then finally we'll say Reagan, you actually then after one of your calls out, you can hear Kane bellowing, his voice being carried through the mist, and it's a kind of a bit of a trial and error of you guys calling out and trying to find each other, but then you're able to finally able to meet up. And there is a wave of relief that washes over you, Reagan, because like the cold settling in, God, the prospect of what might be out here, it was just I doubt that the thought of those wandering undead that you have encountered, that this may be the very thing that sort of spawned them, may have crossed your mind. So great. So now
is the fox still following us?
Reagan, take my cloak, warm yourself up till we get back to the fire.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay, so you made your way out. Now let's find our way back.
Now everyone's gonna come looking for the rest of us.
Oh no, we're not coming looking for you guys.
Oh, great. Perfect.
Yeah.
You guys want to get rid of the Chimera cults. I get it.
Describe for me how you're going to do this, guys. Are we just going to make a lost roll for Eagle, or do you have another strategy in mind?
About approximately how long were we looking for Reagan? Like, did we venture very
About
far?
An hour and a half.
Yeah, shit. Okay.
Yeah, although her tracks, I mean, if you ask Eagle, he'll tell you her tracks are kind of wandering all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Does Eagle have a sense that he thinks he knows the way back, or is he like, I'm just guessing here?
Let me check.
Can we take a? So I was just going to say, can we kind of like walk on take a back bearing based on the prevailing wind, or is it not that regular? Or
you could, but it's it's not really like, because you've been winding and twisting and whatnot, trying to follow Reagan's tracks, that there's not really a clear beeline back. Okay. Eagle does seem fairly confident he can get you back to the camp, though.
We haven't been talking about it, but we could use an astonishing fortune. We picked up hunting horns from the dead adventurers that were in the cave, and that would carry further than just trying to shout.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to use a point of astonishing fortune to give you guys a hunting horn, and then Amar and I will have one that we can on it.
I think it's a great idea. I will gladly spend an astonishing fortune.
Okay, yeah, but absolutely
to have that, because that's a smart move.
Okay, so goes out. Oh.
And we summon the undead. Great.
Yeah, the White Walkers look up from their grave, and
Hey, there's a big wall in front of us.
Yeah,
right, exactly. There's a giant crack in it now.
Okay. When for a little tip for the DMs who may be listening at home, when designing a random encounter table, you don't want to see a fucking fox over and over again. Don't put it at the center of the bell curve. Oh, good Lord. All right. So,
if that fox shows up again, though, I'm going to try to befriend that fox.
It is still there. Like, I've rolled it 3 fucking times now.
I feel like it's a sign from Auroras, which is my goddess of chaos, and I'm going to... There's something to it. So if I feel like we're safe and we're heading in the right direction, I'm going to try to have the fox follow us.
It's following you sort of at the edge of things regardless.
Okay.
Because, like 3
apparently.
Yeah. So this thing, the dice have spoken. So clearly, this fox has some role to play in our
it's fate.
It's an omen. It's an omen, Marlo.
That's right. I'll take it. It's a living creature that's friendly.
A message from our ancestors.
That's right.
Okay. So you guys make your way back. Eagle was not lying, and he is able to bring you guys back, and you guys get down to the get back into camp. And it's been at this point, I think it's if not dark, then it's certainly getting very close to dark. And as you guys walk, into sort of the area and get close, stumbling up to the fire, Reagan, you're the first one to get down next to the fire and kind of like, trying to shake the cold that set in. That fox again just kind of makes its way up and is keeping at the edge of the camp.
I'm going to chuck that fox a few of the bones as we're butchering.
Okay,
Great.
As you know, it just in case it is kind of a guardian keeping a watchful eye out for us or something like that.
Sure. Mm-hmm. So you get it, and it's kind of like grabs the bone and tries to drag it off. It's like, are you talking things that would be appropriate to its size, or are you doing that comical thing where you toss it a bone the size of a
No, I'm not going to be an asshole about it. I'm trying to look after it, not piss it off.
I got some pretty terrific photos of my dog dragging like a sapling around as a throw it for me,
Right. That's good.
Did your dog look happy or annoyed?
Oh, incredibly happy. It was terrible because she kept running over, trying to be like, throw it. And I'm like, stop hitting me with a fucking tree. Jesus. She's a pit bull, so she's got really strong jaws and neck. So, yeah. Okay. So, this thing kind of, takes the scraps that you give it. And then if you give it a bigger bone, it kind of grabs it and drags it off into the mist.
Okay.
Okay, so then for the evening,
so as soon as Reagan's somewhat warmed up, even maybe before that, she takes a ration of water, pours it into the ale horn, and then passes it around.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, my brothers.
Do you guys have how do your rations of water stand? I'm not sure. So I think you may actually be out. I mean, you could easily melt water at this point. Take Kane's helmet again.
We got 2 and then we got 4, I remember.
We definitely didn't have enough for everybody, yeah.
We didn't have enough for everybody. I think what we did, yesterday 6 people had their water ration and 3 people didn't.
That sounds right.
Okay.
That was from the melting snow.
Yes. And we can start melting snow again now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
So if Reagan didn't have one, she asks first if anybody wants to spare a water ration. If she did, she'll use hers.
Well, why don't let's do that with the first chunk of snow that we melt.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have that be the priority.
Yeah. Okay, so then the first thing you guys do is everyone now has had their ration of water. Right. So being the pro DM that I am, I have finally actually created a rations table. Mm-hmm. It only took us, let's see, we've been playing 7 sessions, so 21 hours of play. Yep, take notes, folks. This is how you do it. Okay, so the everyone is now up to date on water, and with the 20 rations that you're able. I'll let you squeeze a little bit extra because this is a herbivorous animal. I think you can probably squeeze a little more meat out of this. Someone give me a D4 roll.
Let's see. I'll do that.
Let's see how many extra rations we can squeeze out of this.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Every part of the buffalo. So, Amar, you actually managed to squeeze 24 rations out of this.
Cool.
So, assuming everyone's
cracking open bones to get the marrow and stuff, probably.
Yeah.
That's where the good stuff is.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone has eaten, and you have 15 food rations left over.
And the ale horn provides 6 hit points to everybody.
Nice.
And we can get those back because we're warm enough now?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, any of the hit points you've lost to cold, you're going to be able to recover that. Okay, so let's take a look and see what the weather's going to be like the next day. Hold on, let's see what. Let's not put the cart before the horse here. Let's see how the night goes.
Does everybody remember to update your
wills? No. Okay, so you guys go through the regular rotation of watch. The weather still remains creepy But I think let's see if the wind dies down. God, I want to just jump in with narrative flourish, but I also want to embrace the random weather stuff. So you're gonna have to hold up for just a memento here. Okay. Oh yeah, Kane. I have been Colin. I have been on and off practicing my West Country accent for today's One Ring session.
Aha.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's really not.
Oh, well.
Okay. Judgment time draws near.
Someone tell me, they're like, just try and do pirate, but a little softer.
I thankfully went back and just to make sure and looked at like 5 minutes of Fellowship of the Ring to make sure Aragorn did not have an accent. Since I'm playing a ranger and he just spoke American.
No, and he does that weird trilly voice thing that
yes.
Yeah.
I won't be doing that either.
The Kermit the Frog sound. Well, we're already 2 movies into shooting. We can't fire him now, so I guess he's doing the stirring battle speech as Kermit the Frog. Okay. Okay, so now wood. Someone kindly give me a percentile check, please. Who wants to take the blame for the weather?
For the weather? Well,
yeah.
Right.
Here
we go.
Oh, boy.
Is that not good?
Well, I mean, it depends on how you want to see it go. Would you kindly give me another another percentile check, please? 22. Well, on the upside, it's not foggy anymore.
That's a good start.
Sorry, I wasted the good rolls, guys.
Yeah. It has cleared up in the sense that light snow has begun to fall again. All right.
Well, we have had worse, so.
What's the temperature, Kev? Is it still as cold as it was?
Yeah, cold. Let's see here. Change in temperature.
The navigation will be easier.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? You're right, because because you're spending that extra day, you're actually waiting out the last bit of the cold. So give me a percentile check, please. I got to get up my
34.
Nice. Okay. 34. Oh no. Did you just as an FYI, you can spend points of Astonishing Fortune to re-roll that, because what you rolled may have resulted in an even colder temperature.
Okay, why don't I re-roll it?
Yeah.
High is what we want here.
High is what we want. All right, let's go.
Definitely.
66.
That is better. Okay. So let's see here. Nice. Okay. Let's see here.
Bust out the shorts, guys.
I like that we can use our heroic vigor to change the weather.
Yeah.
Yes.
A nice thematic piece.
That's right.
Fuck you, weather! It's a proud Canadian tradition.
That's what Conan would
Clouds
do.
are coming in. Yeah, exactly. And Conan yells at the weather and it goes back the other way.
Back off, Ymer.
Okay, so here's the upside is while it has started snowing, it is now 20 degrees Fahrenheit or -6 Celsius.
Oh,
so massive difference in cold. No one's taking any further cold damage, and this is after like you spend the last day of the cold snap kind of carries you through the when you're butchering the thing, the elk. Let's see if anything happens that day. There's some hungry bears about.
More cloaks.
Nothing. Actually, yeah. If you, I think because you were able to cure the bear's hide. I'm assuming you could do the same thing with this in that time as well, and it actually may be worth some money too.
Well, and we could probably get at least 2 people's worth of cloaks out of it if it's that big, right?
Yeah, like they're not going to be pretty. No one's a seamstress or.
But we could get a little bit of bonus against the cold if it gets cold again.
Well, I think and those of you who are from more like rural or like primitive kind of civilizations, or cultures, you would know that just like if you cut it a little big, someone will be able to trim it down. So if you do want to have like elk skin breeches or something like that, or the bearskin cloak, you just keep it bigger and give them enough material to work with.
Mm-hmm.
And there's certainly more than enough material on this elk to go around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay, so then now, are you guys going to, you ate all, so you satisfied that the first day's meals, are you going to dig into your rations, this prepared stuff for the second day, or are you going to go a couple of days before eating again?
It seems like we should go a couple of days because we basically get to reset our hunger.
I agree.
That seems like the way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Is to go a day or two without eating and then reset.
Yeah, because we might find something in that time as well. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you know what, guys? Give me a percentile roll as well. This is the water check. I forgot to get you guys to roll. See if
Water
anyone's
check.
on water.
Nope. I rolled a 9.
Definitely not. No. You found a water elemental.
Should have used that 9 for the water check.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so then...
So what was the temperature again? Sorry, just
-6.
-6.
yeah,
Okay.
so 20 degrees Fahrenheit
Hmm.
and -6 Celsius,
Okay.
which is not so bad. And the wind, go away. Oh, we got a random encounter with a small person. Is that Darwin?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, don't apologize.
worries.
Jesus. Yeah. Damn, you're a child for...
I know. I try to keep him silent all times.
Oh, gosh.
Hopefully, you don't have a social worker in the house at the moment.
They were here yesterday, though.
Oh, okay.
That's why you couldn't play D&D with us.
That's right.
Yeah.
I had to pretend that I actually
I
hang around
have
and
people
do the right
coming
thing.
over.
Yeah,
We cut to George being
This
slammed in the
social
middle of a car.
exactly.
Oh God! But I've got a game to play tomorrow.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So then the day otherwise passes uneventful. I think your little friend the fox does come back at one point. So
Great.
if you want to feed him again,
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah.
He's good luck. Everything's been going in a good direction since he showed up.
it really
Yeah.
has. My random encounter rolls have gone to shit since you showed up. So
Well, he put himself right in the middle of the bell curve. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So
With-
then your bellies are full. You've had a sufficient water. Let's talk about what do you call it? Now the upside to the snow coming in with the fog being gone is the chance of you getting lost finding firewood is effectively nil now.
great.
So who would like to go and look for firewood for the second day?
I mean, I'm happy to do it again,
Yeah.
Okay.
Greg, I'll do it again.
Okay.
and we'll split up this time without worry that anybody's gonna get lost.
Although we should each take, if we have, how many of those horns do we have now?
I think we have. I don't know. I didn't write down if we have 2 or 3 hunting horns.
There were 3.
There were 3 dead people.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
so then I would
Okay,
say
so-
that both of us.
Of those 3, I think only 2 would have.
Okay.
Okay.
Just because knowing who those people were, only 2 of them likely would have it.
Okay.
Maybe
2 hunting horns.
One.
So Reagan, why don't you take one
Okay.
since
And leave
you
one
had
back.
trouble last time, and why don't you take that and I'll take Eagle? How about that?
I mean, we have no, according to Kev, we have no chance of, but that's metagaming. And something
Yeah.
like that happening, right? So,
Okay. So each of you give me a percentile check, please. Let's see if you can find some firewood.
Nope. Oh,
Hey!
Reagan.
Reagan, check that out. Okay, now let's see if anything eventful happens during your...
20 foxes attack Reagan.
George, this time you get
Yeah.
to pick it. Do you want to evens or odds?
I'll go with odds.
Odds. Okay. And let's see. This is gall dang fox again. What's Hobbs' thing? Son of a biscuit. Okay, would you give me a Okay, so give me a D10 roll.
Okay, that's interesting. We haven't had that before.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. So you find that. Oh, I'm just like, God, like as soon as my mind started going in this direction, I'm like, I don't want it to. Oh, it's going to be this. So you can see, so tromping through the snow, there is something small, and just for the for sake of because it's been a while since we've seen this. Let's just go to the tactical map.
Oh yeah, just to take a look.
Now we said here it is again.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Look at that great tactical map.
That's familiar. Okay, that's good enough.
I mean, it looks like someone put a checkerboard together improperly, but otherwise.
Kevin, that's awesome. Okay, we don't need to see it again.
Yeah, I think that's good. We get it.
All right, so we don't have I don't have a thing for Eagle just yet, but Malo, you're out there trying to find stuff, kind of stomping around on the wild frontier. I think I may have a image I can use for Eagle though.
What's the visibility like, Kevin?
It's actually pretty good. Like the snow is coming down, but you can see a good fair distance away. It's only light snow at this point, so it's not like it's something
that Reagan probably would have tried to do or suggest was, if we could at least remain within visual distance, like even if it's not on the horizon.
So the thing is, the reason you can't do that is because you're effectively then looking in the same area.
Okay.
Like it needs to be a kind of a fresh area.
Okay.
That's sort of the risk reward with it. Is that if you have two of you looking, then you can get it done faster.
Okay.
But this is worth it because you found firewood. So
definitely, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I say that now.
God.
In about 5 minutes,
Yes.
I might change that.
Oh, this is not what you're encountering. But I'm just going to drop this down so I remember that I uploaded this image. But look at this fucking thing. Holy shit.
That's
Oh.
is that to scale?
No. This is not what you encountered. I just want to put it down there to remind myself. Sometimes I get into kind of a spree where I just keep loading images up and then I forget what I've got in here. Like, why do I have Vince Vaughn in here? That's right.
Why wouldn't you have Vince Vaughn?
Yeah.
Okay, if we encounter Vince Vaughn, I'm
I'm running. I'm running.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we here? That'll be that's a good enough one for Eagle. Oh, actually, that's probably better. Here we go. So I got Eagle is one of your the long lost crew members. This is Carl's character from our Robert's one shot.
Cool.
Okay, so he's with you as well. Boom. And I'll give him a name. Okay, so what am I doing here? Yeah, autocomplete is so strange now. Where like I'll start filling out. I was going to give a name to it, and it tried to fill in my full name and address. No.
Yeah.
All right. So, what you see as you guys are going along, which let's see here. You're the only one there, so why don't you give me a D6 roll for surprise?
Okay. 4.
Okay, so you're not surprised. That's good. Let's see if this thing is. Nope.
Okay.
All right. And one small thing about yet another thing I a little tidbit about Ash that I just fucking love is in the monster section where they give you cross references for stuff. Where if you're looking one thing up, they're like, "Oh, you're looking for elk, it's under here," or if you're looking for a wolf, it's under here. That's just
it's a really, really well put together book.
Yeah, like for the style of play that I think that encourages, it makes it really easy to run this type of thing. Now, would you give me a 2d6 roll, please?
Okay.
So awesome! I better move you back a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna need some space here. All right. So what? Let's see.
Like encounter distance. Okay.
Counter distance is. Well, actually, no. I'm rolling in counter distance.
Damn it.
That may have been the number.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So what happens is as you
Does this
are...
happen before or after I run?
Yeah. Well, what you see is at the at your side, sort of, you can picture these again, like that rolling tundra covered in snow, the snow kind of tracking down, and you see poking around the corner of one of those things. There's the same or similar reddish poking or reddish ears. Where is?
Mm-hmm.
All this and it's another fox.
Where is... There it is. All right. And let me go to the proper layer here so I can do a DM reveal. Okay. So what you see is one of those tiny little ears kind of poking over, and you think your little friend is back. Now this has been effectively like 2 days of this thing following you around. Have you given this thing a name yet?
Reynard.
Reynard?
Reynard the fox.
No, I thought you said why not. I'm like, yeah.
Why not the fox?
Why not the fox?
Reynard, I like it.
Okay. So it's sort of, you see the ears poking around the corner, and you're like, oh, and am I right in thinking that you would have taken to carrying some stuff around for old Reynard as well?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, what you see is not a what comes around the corner is not your fuzzy little friend. What first pokes around is this like blanched white and flaking nose, and then mangy patched snout, where a bunch of the flesh has fallen, a bunch of the fur has fallen away, and this graying, kind of cracked and peeling skin is underneath. It comes around the corner and looks at you. Its tiny little white eyes, and it has the like a completely where Reynard has those bright black eyes. These have this sickly, like opaque white eyes that you've seen on so many of the fallen creatures here.
Yeah.
And it's not alone.
Uh-huh.
Now, let me make sure. I need to make sure I do a big enough scoop to make sure I get all of them. You ready? So 1,
kind of.
2, 3.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Okay. Now you see them come out, and Eagle sort of, has first he has his spear lifted up to try and get one of them, and then he looks around, and he is not a man of many words.
Mm-hmm.
And he has no right now either.
Yeah.
So
I've got one. Run.
What's that? Okay. So let's roll initiative. So one thing I was looking at actually the other day, like literally the other day, like yesterday, is the running mechanics. So you can double move in this. Everyone's sort of been using their move action to just move, but you can run.
Is there some kind of negative consequences for running?
Yeah, there is. You lose your dex modifier to your AC.
Okay.
I don't think
that's it.
Shooting in the air.
I don't have one, so I'll take it.
Oh, or -1 AC if no dex bonus applies.
I'm still
Gonna fucking
off for yep. And I'm telling Eagle to do the same. Follow me, and I'm gonna take off. That's
what
my
is
plan.
your movement?
So my move is I think it's 30. Let me see.
Oh, don't be 20. Don't be 20.
Yeah, 30. It's 30. Yes.
Okay, so Eagle is
heavily armored.
Okay, so you turn and go. Whoa! Now, let's do this. This is going to be a chase.
Okay.
So, because I mean, these things are going to be going after you, and the downside to this chase is that they are these things do not tire.
Yeah.
So this pack of nasty little shits do not tire. I'm assuming you know precisely where the camp is. So it's just a question of how long it will take you to reach there. So give me a D6 roll. This will be how many turns
Okay.
So how many 10-minute intervals you'll be running for?
Come on, one.
You want low.
God
Oh, boy. Oh,
Okay.
Dinah. All right. So let's do this. So this will be a series of
points.
God. So it's like almost an hour. You're like running full tilt.
Do you have an astonishing point left?
No, I don't. But I'm at some certain point. If they're catching up to me, I think I'm gonna have to cast a spell.
Okay. Well, here's what you guys are going to do. First off, and I'm not really concerned about Eagle. Eagle's just going to...
oh, good. That's nice.
No, well, I mean... we can. He's a henchman. So, someone... Eagle has a 14 in both con and... and look at this. My handy-dandy... Boom. DN screen.
Awesome.
Is coming in handy now. It is both handy and dandy. Dandy because it enjoys frill and lace, and handy because it's got its stuff on it. So a 14 with strength gives a 3 or his test strength is 3 or less. Same thing for con. So who wants to roll for Eagle?
I have some astonishing fortune left, so why don't I do it?
Great.
Okay. Now, you can share astonishing fortune. Did you want to give Malo?
Well, why don't I just go ahead and give it to Malo in case he.
Now hold on. Didn't you spend yours earlier?
I spent 1, but don't I get 2 because I do poetry?
Oh, of course you do. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Invoking the poetry clause.
That's
poetry clause. It's important. It's saved
right.
Jason's skin a couple times.
It really has.
It's true.
Okay, so I'm just gonna straight give my point of astonishing fortune to you, George.
Cool. That's very much appreciated.
Okay.
Anyone remembers this, this poem that Jason was spouting?
That's right.
Energized by the poetry.
Yeah, I pull it out as I'm running. I pull it out of my pack and I reread it. And then
okay. So then let's get this first. So you both turn and start sprinting across the frozen tundra. This pack of tiny little undead hounds behind you. So first round, let's do this. We'll count it down. Starting at 5. I need Eagles are the same. So Arlen, you're gonna be rolling 3 or less for the Constitution test. Malo, you can choose Strength or Constitution.
I would definitely be Strength. I am much stronger.
So each of you guys give me a test.
Eagle is caught.
Okay. So Eagle, unfortunately, he's a little winded after the first roll or first round, which means that he is now at a... Let's see here, 12, effectively. Oh, no, 13. So he's okay. He's not suffering penalties just yet.
Okay, good.
So you guys are racing along. You're starting to keeping distance, but Eagle is definitely breathing pretty heavy. You get it to a point where you guys run, through this near this sort of like raised bit. Some of the little foxes go racing up there and snap at you, leap down, trying to get at you. Hit just the hems of your cloak, tumble to the ground and fall behind a bit, and then keep chasing after you.
Next one. Eagle, keep moving.
Okay.
Could the astonishing point be used to reduce the? In other words, you had a 5. Would you want to re-roll that now that you got the astonishing point?
You could re-roll it with the astonishing fortune. Yeah. But
we don't need a re-roll yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting until he gets into penalty.
Well, I meant for the number of turns. I mean,
they could have before we started the race.
This
is could have re-rolled that, but
I think this is appropriate.
Okay, so now
I like this, Chase.
Okay,
Jason Arlen for
yes.
Here we go.
I rolled a 2.
Nice.
Okay.
Good.
So Eagle has dug deep and he's making his way along. You feel you're getting closer. 3 rounds left. Next round. Go ahead, guys. Whoa! Whoa. Nice!
Yes. All right.
Still, our heroes are pounding along, too. These things are going, and the look of determination you see on their faces tells you that these things just will not catch you. But you also know, looking back, that these things will not quit.
Yeah.
You could run to the ends of the earth and they would still pursue you.
When we get to our last round that we're closing on camp, I'm going to start screaming.
2 more rounds.
Okay.
Next one.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
Sweat is, in spite of the cold, is just drenched Eagle. His hair is hanging behind him in these stringy bits. And he has dropped now to a 12. So you're going to have to roll a 2.
So I'm gonna spend an astonishing fortune, and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna grab Eagle and start bringing him along. I'm 18 strength. I'm gonna just grab him and start trying to bring him with me.
Come on,
to keep him up. Let's go.
Okay,
run.
So, go ahead and re-roll that then, Jason.
All right.
Let's see here.
I think
Your kill is just tanked out.
No, I said run.
Come on, go. Last round, you guys are screaming out,
right,
and
go.
those of you in camp.
Yes.
So I think Reagan is not there. I'll give I'll say 50% chance of Reagan being back. So on a 4, let's see here, on a 1 to 3, she's back. Otherwise, she's still looking for firewood. She's back.
All right.
Okay, so all of you
Right.
are otherwise in the camp, and you can hear someone screaming. What is it that Malo's screaming?
Undead foxes. That's all I can get out. I've been running like crazy for 5 minutes.
Okay, so then last round here. Let's see if how you guys do.
Okay.
Success. Yeah, no problem for Malo.
Yes.
Oh, no problem for Yace.
Eagle is like, I see the light.
Okay, so guys, let's. I'm gonna roll 2d6. Let's see what the distance is for you guys. 80 feet. So let's situate ourselves here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, so I got to move everybody back just a scooch here to make room. Boom. Let me get rid of my Draugr there because I don't want anyone getting confused. And let's see here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So you guys are about over here otherwise. So the screaming of Malo kind of draws your attention, and you all look over. Preda and Iphigenia are going to be dealing with the reindeer there, and you can see that they're racing across, and there's this across the top of the snow are about 11 of these disgusting little undead things racing after them. Guys, let's drop into initiative. What are you guys going to do?
Okay.
I'll grab up my hammer.
We can say, yeah, you'll grab as soon as you heard that. We'll assume you guys all picked up your gear or your weapons or whatnot, and you'll be free and ready to act as soon as we actually roll initiative.
Okay.
So for the double move, we can move twice our stated move in one phase, or is it twice our stated move total?
Yeah, I'm basically gonna do.
Let's see here. I think that my reading of the double move is just that you take a -1 AC penalty. So you could run or charge. You don't get the charge benefit because charge when you double move and then make an attack. So basically what you could do is remember that if you're taking a standard move, your movement is split. Whatever your movement rate is split across 2 rounds. If you do a double move, you can do that and still attack. You can also charge, which is a running attack. It's a single attack that supersedes your standard attack rate. It occurs on phase 1 if the charge distance is within a half move, or on phase 2 if it requires more distance. So basically, if you got a 30-foot movement, you could charge in phase 1 within 30 feet. You could charge within 60 feet for phase 2.
Well, I have a 40-foot movement, so if they're at 80 feet, does that mean I can charge them and hit them in phase 2?
Unless you're planning on hitting Malo and Eagle, that's where that's 80 feet away. I'm on your side, Foxes!
Okay.
And the charge gives you +2 damage bonus. So that's the upside to charging. Cool. Otherwise, I don't. Like I think there would probably be like situational things where if it's shitty terrain or something like that where you can't run, but this is not one of those situations. All right, we've got everyone's declared actions. Move,
Kane and Amar.
Run magic. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do.
Okay, I'm just trying to see if I don't see anything that prevents you from running and casting magic.
Great.
I know that you can't move after you cast magic.
That's right. You can
Right,
move. You can move half in phase 1 and then cast a spell in phase 2. But I'll run so I can move my full move in phase 1. And take the
sounds
penalty.
great. Okay, so it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone's actions are in. Oh no, not
Kane.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice. Somebody has been looking up the tactics. Pretty awesome. Okay, so then who wants the awesome responsibility of rolling initiative?
I'll let somebody else do it. I don't want it.
Robert, that was a terrific look.
I'll do it.
That's a classic. Okay, so beat my 5.
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, that means the hungry
So now I don't have to do it again.
hounds get to move first.
That's true, Robert.
So you guys are so close to reaching the end there, and that's when they are able to finally catch up to you.
Okay.
So let's see here. We'll 1, 2, 3. Yeah. On Eagle.
There's 11 of them, Ken, right?
You guys haven't figured out so far. Don't get old to me. So.
I was going to say, I'm actually enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
Hey, do I have the sound effect for barking
For
dogs?
rabbit, for that.
Sounds like you
I don't
do.
know, but you should.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see here. It's arrow trap. How often does that get fucking played? I've got a sound effect for arrow trap.
Wow.
Yeah. It feels like someone made a wish list and got about 10% down because there's adult dwarf. There's no option for child dwarves in here. It's just I feel like your to-do list is never going to get done if that's how specific you're going to make these things. How's this one here? Oh, Jesus. So this is really not reflective of the sound, but it's pretty fucking traumatizing. So here you go, guys.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah. That's
Short and
that's
sweet.
about what's about to happen. Yeah.
I'll get these guys up here.
I prefer
My
yours
heart's
too,
in it
actually.
now.
Okay. We've got to take some of these out. Just
Okay,
so
Yeah.
now I think, let's see here. You know what? Hold on. At least 3 of those that would not have been able to get in because they were too far away. So I'm going to move them just a scooch back. And I'll move one of them back here to there. Okay, so we've got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 on Eagle. Maybe I shouldn't roll a d12 for my attack.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Looks like we got 2. Oh, critical hit.
Oh my god.
Oh, an eagle's a level 1 huntsman, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we decided. So yeah, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
It's a chance of that. All right, someone give me a d6 roll, please. Because I got my critical hit result on my DM screen. God, I love my DM screen. Solanian, thank you so much.
I'm excited. Mine's on order.
I'm not rolling.
All right, I'll do it. 1d6. Here we go.
6. Oh no! Triple damage.
No, great.
Bye-bye.
Oh god.
Well, that was it.
So he has, if we're following the rules that we had for hit points, he has either 10 or 11 hit points.
Yeah, and I just rolled 12 points of damage on one of them, and there
on
were,
one.
Yeah, so he's dragged down, and these things, it's it's as if they work with one one foul will driving their intent, because two of them tear at his ankles. You hear the snapping of tendons. He screams out. First time you've really heard this big man speak. And as he hits the ground, another goes racing in and tears out his throat. He looks up at you, Malo, pleading eyes, and from the nature of the wound and the gushing blood spilling out, there is nothing to be done for this man. Yeesh. All right. First henchman dead in the campaign.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, next.
The DM.
We throw the captain to him.
All right, so it looks like I've got 2 hits on you there, Malo.
Okay.
And you take 7 points. Oh, so it's 3 points, then 4 points.
Okay, so I'll take 2 and then 3. Yes, I have 1, so I'll take 5 total.
Okay. So these things are snapping away at you, and this is where the hyper specificity of the sound effects actually might be to our benefit, because I do have bite on chainmail.
Oh, perfect.
While I fuck around with that, what are let's see here. I think that is the end of the first phase for melee for them. Anybody else meleeing this round?
I don't think we can.
Yeah, we're too far away.
And Malo's casting
no
a
one
spell.
no one declared melee on.
No one declared melee. Sorry, I can't.
Yeah.
So I'll stop. Okay, so then we've got melee, missile, and no one's got missile first phase. Magic first phase. Nope. Move.
Yeah.
Who wants to move first phase?
I will let other people
But
move.
everybody. Okay, so
How big is each square?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Squares are 5 foot, Kevin.
5 foot. Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Diagonal counts as 10 also, or?
Let's count it. Every second one will count as double.
Okay.
We'll do it that way. I think
So
that's
1.5
how.
basically. All right.
You can feel free to abuse that too. So it's every second diagonal you count will be double move. Our heroes surge forward. Oh, you're the only one who can track.
We need you to avoid getting lost.
Too late. The
Oh, I mean,
fox.
someone else has to carry Gormal Two Beards too.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make the people who aren't here do that.
Yeah, that is your penance. Okay, so is that everyone's move? Now, remember, if anyone is running, you can actually move your full move in the first phase.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I still have to. I declared running. So if I run, these things are all going to get
Only the
attacks
ones.
on me.
Yep, they'll get a free strike on you, or a parting shot. I think they call it in this game.
Yeah, party shot. And so I know we talked about this before, but I have to basically do whatever I declared I was going to do.
You can change your mind. It just you take -2 to whatever it is you're trying to do.
Well, and just to be fair with you, it won't really affect what I'm going to do in casting the spell. Like the -2 won't. So do you want to take it off my AC or something instead?
Now you took.
Well, or
So I think the way, if you were you declared casting a spell, you would have started that at your at the start of the phase. I think you lost the spell because
I think if you declare to do the magic phase 2, you don't start casting until the start of phase 2.
Is that
that's why you? I'm pretty sure that's the way it is, because that's why you're allowed to move in phase 1 and then cast in phase 2.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Jeff, if you're watching, how does that work, mate?
Yeah, Jeff Talanian, just come hang out with us and answer all our rules questions.
Yep. So, Jeff actually made a donation to the Heroes Save Villages thing to add an NPC.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. No, it's
And then we just killed him? Or was he not?
Well, he'll be the replacement. We're gonna need.
He's the fox.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's totally it. You should really name the fox Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff the fox.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find spell disruption here. Where is it? So I don't see it under spells, so I wonder if it's under the combat section.
Let's see.
Under magic.
Okay. Casting a spell puts a sorcerer in a vulnerable position. If a sorcerer is engaged in melee with an enemy and attempts to cast a spell, he is effectively hindered, -2 to AC. If the caster is struck while casting, he loses the spell. But let me see if it says...
So I found third paragraph under spell.
With perhaps... Movement is not allowed after unleashing the power of magic. A half move is permitted before casting a spell, using a special ability, or discharging a device. Effectively, this movement delays when incantations are spoken, when a special ability is exercised, or when an item is activated. If the spellcaster elects to move before casting and is struck while advancing, his spell will not be disrupted.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. Where is that?
That is on page 254.
Yep.
Okay.
It's right at the start of it's right at the end of the combat magic section, right before advanced combat.
Okay, excellent.
Awesome.
Okay, good. You're good to go then.
That is good.
Jeff is not as mean as I am.
Oh, well, that's interesting because the third paragraph in spellcasting isn't specific enough, so I would have gone with Kevin's interpretation before.
This is a non sequitur and really things, but there's we had a rules question in Starfinder the other day where that rule book is so fucking poorly written. It's infuriating. Where like there's a section that's called recovering stamina, and they don't give you key pieces of information about how that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, how the fuck does that happen? How does that slip through the editorial process?
Anyway,
I mean,
Cool.
Okay, so so then you were absolutely they do get a parting shot on you if you move.
Okay, so which I'm not going to do because that happens. I've got force engaged with me. I'm going to die. Even if 2 hit,
3 engaged because one of those is eaten on Eagle.
Yeah, there was
still
4
okay
on Eagle.
So I have 3 on me.
Yeah, so it'll be 3 parting shots on you.
The problem is if we lose initiative next round, you're going to take those 3 anyway.
I'm just worried.
They'll be far away.
But I'm going to cast a sleep spell, and I think I could take some of them down.
Okay.
So I think this is probably I'm worried I'm just going to die before I even cast the spell.
Yeah.
Because they did quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
So Kev, I'm going to not run.
Yep.
And then on phase 2, I will then do magic when we get to it.
Nice. Okay. Okay, so then you're not moving. That's fine. I think that's the end of the first phase. So we're top of the round, second phase. I have some bad news.
They have a second attack.
They have a second wave that comes in.
Oh my!
However, one of them is going in and feasting on Eagle.
Okay.
So it is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's only 3 more on you.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember that astonishing point.
No,
I would, but I have none. Yep.
Oh,
I've already used 2 for today. Yep.
Yep.
One was to save Eagle, and one was
Now,
to get the...
what is your AC?
My AC, I would say because I was going to try to run, even though I didn't do it, would still be at the -1 penalty, which would mean it is a 7.
It's a 7. Okay.
Yeah.
So there, Thaco. Okay. So actually, only one of them connects.
Okay, that is very good news.
2 points.
No, I'll take it. 2. Okay,
points.
and I only take 1 then. So
Yeah, because of your DR. So great.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
okay, I will take it.
In and you're completely surrounded by these things. And you're. Do you have a shield out or just your sword?
I just have my sword because I wield it 2-handed. But
right. Okay. So you're keeping these things at bay, and they're just surrounding. And you guys can see this, like this whole fucking pack of tiny undead hounds have come in, and it looks like the 5 that are devouring Eagle are going to be very quickly turning on your ally.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have? No one else has got melee in the first phase, so we're going on to missile. That's Reagan and Amar. Who wants to go?
So let's see here. Come on, baby.
Let's see here.
Nice.
Short
Awesome.
Okay. Now, which ones were you firing at? The ones
I am firing at that one right there.
Great.
Okay. Gone.
Awesome.
Thwack.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, really good.
Okay.
Okay.
Only 3 damage though. I would have been aiming at this one right here.
Okay. Let me see if that takes it down. I'm going to let the dice decide. Oh, not quite. Okay, so you hit it, and now there is an arrow sticking, basically like skewering this thing. It is a undead fox kebab. And I'll mark it with a little red dot so we know which one's been injured. Okay. Is that it for missile? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. So then we are on to magic.
Okay. So I am.
You took damage.
Nope. Lost it, I think.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Unless, well, do we have any Astonishing Fortune left?
can give it to
No,
him.
we already went past. We can't go back to Bomb Berlin, as Kevin
Yeah.
says.
That's right. Yep.
I am so happy that phrase has entered the vernacular. I've got 2
Okay.
players who are Germans as well, too, in another game who I had to explain. I'm like, this is why I'm saying this.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, so then I guess it is. So your magic is unfortunately disrupted by
Correct,
the
yes.
weight of these damn things.
So I feel it kind of get ripped out of me. Like I'm
Yeah.
starting to cast it, and it gets away from me. It's like.
Okay.
So, all right.
Then we go to move. So we've got, let's see here, Kane. And
Actually, Kane, why don't you move first, and I can stack up next to you because I think I can move further than you.
Kev,
Okay.
so since he had his magic disrupted, you were saying that you can take another action instead. But
no, that's if you change your action.
okay.
He was trying to get it done, and just unfortunately,
Okay,
the
got it.
delicate gestures and incantations were disrupted. by
As I was casting, it was
Yeah.
they
All right,
jumped
got
me.
Got it.
Okay. So then Kane and Yason. And guys, why don't you tell us, and for the folks at home, what the very cool shield wall maneuver is that you're doing?
Oh, so I don't think we can do it anymore because I was thinking that I didn't know that MacLeod didn't have a shield, and we need, I think, at least 3 people to do a shield wall.
Oh, okay.
I haven't
Yeah.
got a shield either, so that's
Oh, yeah. So I was planning on doing
have a
it.
shield
I
wall.
was
We
going
got
to walk up right here and do it between Mallow and Eagle and get the 3 of us into a shield wall. And Mallow doesn't have a shield and Eagle is
No.
dead. So
Let's
no
take
shield
forward
wall.
and reconsider then, because your characters would have known that. They're not like
Yeah.
Yeah.
a bunch of boobs who were like, who brought the shields? You know,
Okay. So then I'm just running in as fast as
That'll
I
be
can.
an interesting campaign to play, though.
2, 4,
basically
6,
play
8.
Decipher Star Trek.
Yeah.
The Decipher version of Star Trek is playing the McHale's Navy of Starfleet.
That's funny.
It's like, whoop, I killed another patient. Hmm.
Okay. Since I can't do a shield wall, I'm just running in as fast as I can.
Ah! So those, let's see here. Those who are sticking behind as well, too, just as a reminder, you can do my absolute favorite maneuver, which is the arrow setting. So, like, put a bunch of arrows in the ground and just, double your rate of fire in subsequent rounds.
Okay.
Okay, so Yason, you're not quite able to get in there?
Not at 40 feet. I can only move. I'm
Oh, shit.
moving as fast as I can,
Yeah, I think I
but
said
not
move
quite.
80 away from the closest person.
Although, actually, can I, as part of my move, the free action, go into rage?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna go into rage then, and I'm now in rage, and I get 8 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Nice.
So let me. Oh wait, there you go. Look at that. And now
And my attack rate increases significantly. So once I actually get
cool.
into combat. Oh,
Nice.
and do these things have morale?
they're undead.
Okay, no morale. I was going to say, because I impose a -2 morale penalty to any enemies that suffer from morale.
There
That's
are
very cool.
some free-willed undead that would probably that might affect, but these things are driven more
No.
by
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
unless
problem.
it's instinct. Okay, so then, Kane, have you moved as well?
yeah, I'm going flat out.
All right. Wow. So after a desperate chase through the woods, through the tundra, we now find our heroes set upon by a pack of deadly hounds. Let's declare actions for round 2. Magic. Oh man, this is one of the reasons why I love OSR games for the magic disruption.
Yeah,
the risk
totally.
reward is so fucking thrilling.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was at the YouTube one, so let's see.
Okay, Malene, nice.
So
Yeah, this is round 2. So anyone who has more than one attack, you guys are on to.
Oh
man.
So no, I'm 5-2, so I'm doing 2 this round and 3 the next round, unless I can do 3 this round.
You raged last round, right?
Yes.
You can go ahead and do 3 this round.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
okay, putting the arrows in the ground. Can I do a missile ×2 and then a move?
Let's see here.
I don't think because your missile attack rate changes if you move.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're limited in if you move. What you can do, so arrow setting is an action, so that'll be your action for the phase.
Okay.
Spike arrows in the ground, angled before him, blah, blah, blah. So it precludes movement during combat.
So
But
do that and then missile ×2. Okay.
Yeah, so I think so. Like it. Let's see here. Advanced options must be declared before initiative is rolled.
Okay.
I think as long as you're not moving, you can do that, and then that actually doubles your attack rate.
In the second.
Yeah, so you don't need to like waste a turn doing it and then wait till the next round. You can just
That's great.
yeah.
Okay.
God, that's so.
Arrows left, but you know.
And I cannot tell you how happy I am to see this in play finally. I've been trying to.
I was
I
hoping
know.
we were going to get to do a shield wall because the shield wall mechanic is really cool. You get bonus AC for everybody as long as you're keeping the wall.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you guys get
Wow.
to Thule board, you need to hire some hirelings.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the phalanx.
Okay.
Cool.
Initiative.
Everyone, all right. Who rolled last time? You won last time there. I think it was
We lost.
We
Yeah, we
lost
lost.
last time.
Oh,
Reagan
yeah.
lost it for us.
It was Reagan who, yeah. So Robert, you're fired. Who next in line is Colin.
Yes, please, Colin.
Okay, and I rolled for
Save Mallow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, nice.
So that seems pretty good, but
Except that it's melee missile
Hey.
magic move.
you're gonna
Oh,
beat
shit, that's
my
One.
one.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Arlen's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter for
Yeah.
matter for that. So it does matter for me. So maybe I can kill a couple of them so that they
That
won't
would be
able to
great.
hit you.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
And then there's also another special move that is shield cover for ally. So I can give you +1 AC at the cost of 1 AC for me
Wow.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
if I
That's
run
awesome.
up and get close to you. So that's what I'm going to do in my melee phase.
Awesome.
And George, I'll give Malo my astonishing point as well. So if you need
Cool.
to,
Remember, you need to declare advanced maneuvers before you.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm sorry. I can't
That's all
protect
right.
you this round.
No, don't worry about it.
Was that what your character would have contemplated as he was charging up there?
I think so, because he was planning to do a shield wall anyway, and this is basically a shield wall for one person.
That's fine. Yeah, then he can do that, and that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so then
Thanks, Robert.
first up is melee. So we've got looks like Kane and Yason. So Kane, you can move your move and get in there, and so can Yason.
All right. Right here, I've got
Awesome.
3 of them. I've got 3
Nice.
attacks. Let's see if I can't kill some.
Boom! These are lesser foes as well, Kane.
Oh,
Aha.
sweet. Oh man.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
Oh, that
Dang.
last one's not so good.
Oh man! Boom! 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 A sweeping arc. 3 of them down.
boom.
The
Awesome.
last one,
Holy
AC
hell.
5.
Kane. Okay, so that one misses. Unfortunately, you're just warming up. Wait, AC 9. Yeah. Oh, it comes very close, but does miss.
Wow.
And you would have, I think, 3 attacks this round, don't you?
Yeah, because it's 2 doubled to 4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Whoa, that's more like it. Boom.
Oh,
Boom. One more.
yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh my God. So
Saving the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
you all come crashing
Holy
in there and
shit.
just annihilate these little things.
Like whack an undead fox.
Yeah. Okay. Then we have, and we got a couple other ones that are there. So these, we go. Okay, so no one else has got melee in the heroes, which means it's the foxes. They see you guys.
They have a morale check.
They are undead.
They
Mine
don't
is,
get
so
morale check, but-
yeah. They let's see here, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to say, let's roll threes. Here we go. I got 4 to go. Let's see who they're hungry for. So we got 1 on. We got 2 on Kane. I'm sorry, 2 on Yason, 1 on Kane, 1 on Malo.
Yeah, and Mala, remember you're getting the benefit of my shield, which is 1 better AC.
Awesome. So I'll be at 5.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
now let's see here. We
Thank
got 2 on Yason first here. One of them might hit. Do I AC 5?
I'm AC 5, so yes.
Okay. So one of them hits you. You take 3 points of damage.
Oh, that
So
only takes
nips
from my
at you.
temporary hit points.
Yep.
Nice.
One hits. It misses you there, Malo, and then
Awesome.
Kane. No way that hits. So these things come snapping around, but you guys are such a whirlwind of some steel and fury that you keep them all at a distance. Next up is, I guess, the missile.
Okay. So let's see. Let's try.
So I think, both Amar and Reagan, you guys can do missile this round.
But I'm setting the arrows.
Well, like I said, I don't think that's
Okay.
because you're not moving.
Okay.
You can just set that and then double your rate of fire for the round.
Okay.
I'm targeting that one.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Okay, now that might take it down. Let's see here. Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, thunk. Once again, we've got a fox kebab.
Which one? Yeah. So this. I'm going after this one and this one.
Okay.
All right. Come on.
Are crossbows able to benefit from set arrows, or is it only like drawn bows?
I think it's only drawn. I mean, reading the description of the weapon, it says can be shot once per round.
Where's my?
Well, and it doesn't say anything about bolts. It just says arrows so arrayed.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, what's the upside then for a crossbow? A crossbow has a better range.
I think it probably has better damage, at
Let me
least.
go look real quick because I'm in that section.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I rolled 3 times. It's the top 2.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, crossbow is damaged.
Yeah. Boom. Boom. Both of them are down. 2 arrows
Nice.
hit true. So while your bolt, Amar, knocks it sort of aside, and then it gets hit in the head with a arrow. All right, leaving only 2 of them remaining. We are now down to magic.
Okay.
So, what do you got cooking?
So burning hands.
Nice.
And so I think it's a 120-degree arc. I think I might be able to get both potentially.
I think
At least one.
120. I think so.
Depends on the exact.
Yeah, I think that I mean, I'm fine with them being caught in it. I don't want to get into a. That is one of the things that happens with tactical map play is the weird positioning of like I want to position myself precisely.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
They positioned themselves, so I'm taking advantage of what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead. What is it? Do I have a save or just flat out?
It's flat out damage, no saving throw. It's six fire damage.
All right.
Both of them are
Go through gritted teeth and.
Yeah.
Sorry, how much damage was it?
6 each.
6 each. Okay, yeah, they're completely immolated.
But I keep it going as long as I possibly can.
Oh yeah,
I'm so enraged.
Yeah,
especially at the loss of Eagle.
Okay, so
He's been a stalwart, henchman.
So the what do you call it? Whatever language you speak to cast your spells, you're actually like cursing. You're continuing to curse in it, and there's this. You guys can hear there is this like low kind of like reverberation bass kind of quality to it, as if like something else is speaking through him.
Yeah, it's my version of rage.
Yeah, and then when it finishes, okay, so then we've got, I guess, Yason.
I'm okay. Just barely.
That looked
roll a
like,
one.
oh boy.
Well, it's a 2, so
Yeah.
it almost got bad.
Do now?
So Jason is actually basically invulnerable to fire when he is raging. So I think he's charging straight through the burning hands and smashing into the bodies and just hacking around on either side. And then, as usual, it's the sort of standard. Once he's done, he sort of drops his sword, eyes roll up, collapses down onto the ground, and just lies there chest heaving for a little while.
Steam coming off of him.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe even with the faint smell of singed hair from when he ran through the fire.
Yeah.
Since he got all his body hair burned off, probably.
Awesome. Okay, so unfortunately, now as all of that kind of finishes, we now get to reveal what that roll was, Malo.
Okay.
Looking down at the scorched remains that stand before you, you can't help but wonder, like, was one of those
Yeah.
Reginald?
All right.
And that's when your eyes are drawn to the side. And you see right over here is Reginald.
Ah, yes. I'm going to still consider him my good luck charm. 'Cause
Yeah.
I literally thought I was dead. And I turned to my companions and shake their hands for
So
saving me.
he comes kind of scampering over to you, and then he kind of barks his little, like, well, not barks, they do that yip that foxes do. He's yipping at those things. And looking at him and looking at these things, you realize in how scrawny he is, he may have been pursued by these things for fucking days.
Yeah. I know what it's like, little one.
Yeah. So, picking up the sole survivor of that pack, you now have effectively a pet fox.
Great.
So,
It's our mascot.
Yeah.
I
one
turned
pet, got a new one.
right. And I turned to Kane and Jason, and I'm like, I owe you both my life. I will do what I can to make it up to you. And Robert, I'm gonna just somehow mystically convey the astonishing fortune point back to you, since I didn't need it. But I mystically thank Reagan for the well wishes.
Okay.
I'll bust out the water skin and just offer it up to you and like pat you on the shoulder.
I need it. I think when you do that, you can feel that I'm shaking a bit.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like a
Adrenaline.
seasoned, like mercenary, and like that was
and
scary as hell.
At the end of a 50-minute sprint as well.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
So
I'm barely standing. I think I need to sit down.
Yeah, head back to the fire. And
I'll ask Kane though. I'll say, here, we could put that in here and give everybody a proper drink and do the ale horn again after. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because that hasn't been used today. Okay.
How good is
I think
he?
Jason, we just see him still lying on the ground. He just holds up a fist like, yeah, you got it.
We need to do some kind of ceremony for Eagle. I don't know if the ground is too frozen to actually dig a grave. We should maybe find rocks or something.
Yeah,
our usual bio break. So let's. 5-minute break here. Your DM is full of coffee right now.
No, same here.
Okay, okay, fine. Then we'll talk about what we're gonna do with Eagle, and then I think you guys can actually set forth on your next leg of your trip.
Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna go calm down personally.
Yeah. All right, viewers, while Kevin's away, we should post something really silly in the chat.
I should really take a picture of the setup I've got right now, because I have open books like everywhere on the floor. I love running this game. So many reference tables. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I posted on Twitter, I've had the Lore Master's screen for One Ring up since like Thursday. I'm so excited. It's gonna be great.
I'm looking forward to playing. Reading it again last night to make Rufus was pretty fun. I forgot there's so many little there's little tidbits that when I don't know, about 3 or 4 years ago, I got that, and I got the Ubiquity version of Space 1889 at the same time. And I got it in my head to basically steal ideas from both to cobble together a custom game to run Dark Sun. And I had one of my so it had little bits of stuff stolen from One Ring, and a dice mechanic stolen from Ubiquity, but I added in a way of modeling success, like quality of success, quality of failure, like from the Fantasy Flight thing. I could not tell you what the actual rules ended up being, because I sort of cobbled it all together, ran it a couple of times, and then got distracted by something else. But yeah, there was a lot of really inspiring design ideas in One Ring.
Well, and there's some really clever, I was talking with George about, there's some really clever sort of stuff going on behind the scenes with the way that different subsystems interact with each other.
Yeah.
And
you're right, Arlen. There are not many live play videos.
Yeah, I think there's like 2 or 3 that I've seen.
Yeah. There's one that my idea for your one shot, Arlen, which I thought was so fucking original, was going to be set during the Kinstrife, the Gondorian kinslaying. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be fucking perfect.
And that's the Red Moon role playing one. I already did that.
Yes, there's only one. So when I was trying to find a copy of it, because like I didn't realize that Iron Crown had actually published a module for the kinslaying. I was like, oh, great. But like the cheapest copy I can find is like 175 US.
Oh my God.
And for 200-page soft cover rule, no. I'm not.
Well, and also just for a charity game that was less than that, that seems silly.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I have done stupider things for less. So.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. It was finding the fact that someone had already played through. I'm like, oh, if it's already been done, my enthusiasm,
Yeah.
The amount of work that would go in to figure out how to model it to kind of highlight the One Ring aspects, and also to model the different, because at best you'd have like maybe some elves from Lorien, and then I guess maybe some middlemen and some Dunedain. But other than that, like what else? There'd be no hobbits in that adventure. There'd be no dwarves in that adventure, probably, because they're all further north. An elf from Mirkwood, maybe, but you would have to come up with some cockamamie explanation as to why they're there. I'm not sure if the Rohan actually exist at that point, because it's 1600 years before the One Ring. I guess they when was the
so I think that is before Eorl the Young has taken the future Rohirrim into the territory. Yeah,
because they didn't run. They didn't go riding down until the Wainwright invasion, right?
Yes.
Right. So I was watching a lot of lore videos on Lord of the Rings the last little while, which is tough because when I was trying to reconcile shit from for World of Warcraft session last night. There's a lot of very different sensibilities in those two different worlds. So, okay, so we got everybody back.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so let us deal with the aftermath of the dead foxes. What are we doing, guys? We got one injured party member and one deceased party member.
Well, so remember that the Alehorn healed up to 6 people, 6 total hit points. So whoever partook of that.
I could definitely use that. Thank you.
Kane, are you still injured?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm one off now. I'm back on 23.
Nice.
Okay.
You just got so many hit points. So actually, you guys would have healed your hit dice plus your con modifier and hit points last night as well.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So like last night, you would whatever. Kane, it would be 1d10 plus. What's your constitution?
16.
Oof, 1d10 plus 1.
Yeah, so I only needed one, so.
Oh, great. So, yeah, so you guys are going to be right as rain.
Right as rain.
Yeah.
Okay. Mason's got his stuff. Awesome. Okay, so you guys are hale and hearty. Unfortunately, Eagle,
Yeah.
not as much can be said for him. So what are you guys planning on doing here?
Well, I'm assuming the ground is too frozen to dig a grave, so we'd have to build a cairn basically with whatever rocks we might be able to find. Are there enough rocks though in this area?
If you're
cover a body.
There's enough of you to sort of go scrounging around to try and find additional rocks as well. And so we'll say you're able to grab stuff to make a kind of makeshift cairn for him.
And by the way, while we're entombing him, I just want to look at him, and I don't have any skills that would really allow me to do this, but I'm just trying to see if I notice anything that would indicate that he potentially was infected in some way that and might become undead himself.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do this. Give me a D6 roll.
Okay.
Because you did. What was the name of the tower you studied or the school you studied with?
The Mystic Knights, or yes. I have a name for them.
Well, you're
the Eastern
pyromancy,
Star.
right?
I'm magician.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Iphigenia, I'm pretty sure is necromancy.
Is a necromancer. That's true.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she might know
Sure.
whether or not.
Harlan, give me a
Eagles.
D6 roll for her.
Okay. 3.
Okay. So, I mean, the way that necromantic magic works in Hyperborea in general, and I'm not speaking for the canon stuff. I'm just speaking for my kind of the way I see it. There's different ways that necromantic power can kind of infect a corpse and either drive a past spirit back into it or drive some other kind of dark spirit into a corpse. One of those ways is through sorcery, is to use magics to force them either back from the grave or to force something else into there. But then there are other kinds of necromantic power where it permeates the land so deeply that it just causes them to raise.
Mm-hmm.
And Iphigenia has seen ample evidence that seems to be happening here. Not everything that dies, like everything you've downed and then eaten, hasn't come back as like a skeleton or stuff like that, but just the sheer amount of undead creatures you've seen here, you've come across, it does seem more dead than alive things in your travels. That tells you.
What do we have to do to convince the gods to keep these things dead then? Does she know?
Preda might know. So there are, I can't remember if there's this actual spell in this game or not. Let's see your cleric spells. Oh, that's magician spells.
And whilst we're on this tactical map, I'm going to gather up some of that firewood, I think.
Oh, man.
It's a bunch of logs.
So there's a spell called Ceremony of Consecration. I wonder if that... No, so a ceremony of consecration is effectively like magic circle. What I'll say is that I think Preda...
Could you consecrate a grave sort of thing?
Yeah, I think that she can do that, and then that may keep the... I mean, everywhere across Hyperborea, that's sort of what I think a lot of cultures are doing, is they consecrate the grave to try and prevent the spirit from rising. She could definitely do the same. She's not sure that Eagle follows, Raven, but she's the only, the closest you've got to a priest among you. So Preda will, say some words to it, and then she somewhere, produces a blackened feather from somewhere in her that was concealed on her somewhere, and places it carefully within the cairn that you guys have built, and speaks some other words. And you think you hear the sound of fluttering wings. You kind of look around and don't see anything, but she then walks away. She doesn't offer any further explanation as to what she's done or whatnot. But
so Jason has a gift too. He has a funerary poem.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yes. When the snows come down like icy fire and melt upon my burning breast, it is a grievous time for all, whether wanderers or safe in Lord's Hall. And we through snow and wind march east, drawn on by our own heart's desire, drinking, feasting, and carousing among those Vikings fair and tall, in this horrific land gripped by the freeze of some necromancy astounding that takes all Tuleborg in hand and turns the land against our band of brothers brave who make our stand against all comers in this wasteland until our beating hearts do cease and drive us on no more in bleak Thule.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
You get a point of astonishing fortune for that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Great.
Okay. Now, otherwise, you guys have the other tasks that you had set before you. You do have fire for the second day, or firewood for the second day, because that's what prompted this whole. You're good for that. You didn't travel, so I'm not going to make a check for water again, but there's ample amounts of snow that you could melt. So I'm assuming if you spend some time doing that, you guys have topped up your water supply, so everyone's good for that.
Great.
And you said no one's eating this this day, right?
Right. Yes,
yeah.
That's right.
Okay. So then we have. All right. Then. Unless you have anything else you wish to do, you guys can get a good night's sleep, keep watch by the fire, and see what happens.
So, Fox.
Oh,
As long as it's a living fox.
There were 2 encounters that I put on the list of things. I was like, well, these would be kind of cool. I think the likelihood of them ever happening is pretty fucking small, but boy, would they be fucking cool. One of those was the blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
This is the other one.
Okay.
Okay, so because our camera is only going to be dwelling on the people who, who actually are showing up today, or not showing up, but were able to join us today. I'm going to roll randomly and see who was on watch. Oh, it looks like Amar.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Amar. Short straw Amar, I think is what they call him. No, so you are you're on watch. Describe for us kind of what does this look like while he's keeping watch, and what's sort of playing through his mind?
I think Amar is meditating on, the thin line between life and death with the passing of Eagle.
Okay.
That's where his thoughts are, and praying for a smooth transition for him.
Sure. Okay. Let me check for something here. Because this thing was so unlikely to occur. Let's see, do I have a token for this? I wonder. Where do I find giant manticore? I mean, oh, I do. Fuck yes. So good. Okay. So let's set you guys up around the fire. Let's get rid of our elk. Elk, you've served us well.
Yes.
Yes.
You can see all of you guys sort of huddled around the fire. Eagle, you go off to that great bonfire in the sky. Boom. Goodbye.
Carousing and drinking and whatever else.
Yeah. So everyone is asleep. Kind of. I'll put you in the kind of this little alcove here. You know what? Carl will be quite happy because I believe this is the first time we've had an evening encounter where Iphigenia has not been ambushed.
That's true.
So the snow is still falling down. Your thoughts have turned to nice. Okay. To the passing of your ally. You know, I don't know, like and just maybe how far you have come as well too, to this strange place, and what fucking possessed you to make the trip out to such a blasted area. And that's when you kind of hear this sound of it's the sound of really heavy footfalls. Poof, poof, from somewhere off in the dark. Poof. And you can actually see a fair distance now from because while the snow is falling, the sky, the sky still would be overcast if it's still. Oh, hold on, maybe the snow's passed. Someone give me a percentile check, will you? Please.
Arlen, I fie like weather-related things are your domain.
39.
39. The snow has stopped.
Oh, great.
So while the wind continues on, you're able to see in a fairly far distance, and there is a heavy, I guess there's two moons in the sky. And it's casting quite a bit of light into the white expanse that stretches out before you. And then you hear this boom, boom, boom of heavy footfalls, Amar. And it's off in this distance, or this direction over here.
Zoomed out enough.
Oh, so I can pin. So it's over here,
Okay.
way off in the dark. And you look over there, and boof, boof. And you think you first see, is it a silhouette of mountains or hills in the distance? Boof. And then they move. And you can see the silhouette is moving up and down. You can make out vague forms of this, but you can't actually quite see. You'll have to get closer if you want to see what it is. It's not clear either whether it's moving towards you or away from you or what. What would you like to do?
Let's see. I'm going to maneuver myself.
Okay.
So the fire is roughly here.
Yeah, it's about in the center there.
I'm going to move myself behind it.
Okay.
And I'm going to continue to watch and listen.
Sure. Boof. Boof. This thing continues moving. And what you see slowly make its way out of the darkness. It's massive black eyes catching the reflection of the fire in its, and it's just at the edge. And what you see is this.
Oh, wow.
An enormous
Cool.
mammoth. And you see behind it, when you hear, that's my mastodon sound. It seems like there's an actual herd of these things.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Now, these things are, boom, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Jeez.
6. Oops. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah. But it's the lead one, which seems like the biggest. And it goes, walks up. Its enormous tusks swooping out before it. You know, ancient and unknowable eyes staring down at you. And it sort of stops. You know, steam coming out or condensation coming out from the end of its mouth concealed beneath its enormous trunk. And it looks down at you. It is 18 feet tall at the shoulder. So this thing towers, you know, greater than the height of 3 men.
Jeez.
Kind of.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Trunk languidly going back and forth. What is your charisma, Amar?
12.
12, okay. why don't you give me, where is it here on my, because I'm confident I can find it on my DM screen here. Yes, it is. Awesome. Love the screen. Kindly give me a 2d6 roll.
Oh, okay.
No modifiers, one way or the other. Nice. Okay. So this thing kind of stands there, snorts. I think you can see as well too. There is the shattered remnants of some kind of spear sticking out from the side, maybe one or two.
Out of the side of this one.
Yeah, and it kind of you can't with such an alien creature and something so big, it's tough to read intention from it, but it feels like this thing is towering over you and just exuding its raw primal strength to try and inflict its will on you.
I'm gonna walk up to the trunk.
Okay.
Place my hand under it and just stand there calmly and recite the names of the 10 gurus.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay, so you know what I'm going to do?
What's that?
That would be worthy of a point of astonishing fortune, which I will let you to re-roll that 2d6 roll.
Oh, okay. Let's see what happens then.
Higher is better.
Yeah. Come on, big money. Oh, well.
Do you have any astonishing fortune as well?
I do still have 1 point that I haven't used.
I want to respend that to try one more time.
Come on.
25,000 stomps on you. A little better.
I mean, what can you do?
So you can slowly, walking towards this thing, and you can hear like this. Looking around, it like as you get closer, the sky is blackened out by the size of this herd. Every one of these titanic creatures is as big as this, or nearly as big as this, as the alpha. But this, you step forward, and as you're getting closer, you can see there's more detail in this thing's hide. This thing has no doubt been, tried to, or has been the attempted prey of countless numbers of hunters over the intervening years. And there are scars and discolorations on its thick, fur that suggest the stories, behind those failed hunters. And as you get in closer to, you can see that one of its eyes is kind of roomy as well too, as if age has weighed heavily on this thing. As you get closer, you hear some snorts from the herd behind it, but it's still its trunk is swaying back and forth languidly, and you kind of reach your hand in, and that massive trunk, which is likely the size of like your torso, it curls up and kind of slowly comes out to meet your hand, and you both sort of touch. Trunk is cold and wet on the end, and there's a snort and more mist kind of comes out as its breath condenses in the air around you. What do you do?
I think what I really want to do is I really want to try and heal this thing from those spears.
Okay.
Since I have cellular adjustment as a monkey. So I'm going to kind of place one hand on the back side of the trunk and the other hand on the front and just kind of rub slowly down while praying a hymn and trying to focus my chakras into his to bring about some healing.
So there is a feeling that for the first time since you've been on this damnable island, the sound of the howling winds kind of drop away, and there is it's replaced with the slow throbbing sound. Boom, 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 and you can realize as you're doing that, it's the massive and ancient heart of this creature, boom, boom, beating away, boom, boom. And you find your own rhythms matching with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And though, ages stand between you and this ancient thing and its, unknowable mind, boom, boom, you do manage to have a fleeting moment of connection. And there's a spark of healing that passes through. And as you open your eyes again, and still the winds have dropped away, you look up, and where there once was a roomy eye is now a brilliant black eye surrounded by a massive pool of light. It looks down at you and see in its inhuman and primal way, it communicates gratitude towards you. And it slowly steps away. One last kind of, flare from the, from the trunk. And it steps back, it studies you for a moment, and slowly kind of bows its head, and then turns and poof, poof, it bleats out, poof, poof, and starts moving. And as the herd begins moving, you do have an occasion to spot for just a moment that in the middle of this herd, there is a single calf. But this calf, instead of the full, hairy, brownish, tan fur that clings to all of these, this thing has perfectly white fur.
Wow.
Like unblemished snow. And this thing looks at you, and it studies you for, it's really like in real time, it's only a split second, but you feel like an eternity passes between you and this ghost mammoth. And then it turns, poof, poof, and the whole herd kind of moves on, poof, 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 off into the darkness.
Cool.
You see them as if, once they retreat as, as silhouettes, it's almost as if the mountains themselves have gone off to return to wherever their home was. So, when morning comes, what do you guys do? Do you make any mention of this? I mean,
yeah.
Let's see. How would I address this?
While you think about that, for everyone's edification, I will tell you, Kevin, that mammoths probably don't make that big thumping noise so much when they walk. The elephant family basically walks on their tiptoes and has a massive pad of fat underneath their foot as they walk.
Yeah.
So they walk very quietly, which is part of the problem with modern day elephants is they can sneak up on you without you noticing because they're surprisingly quiet for how huge they are.
Wow.
You just hear all the trees falling over.
Yeah.
Well, it's not as bad as with rhinos. The problem is that they're basically blind, so they don't notice you until you get really close, and then they think you're charging at them.
All right. Yeah, you shock them like.
Yeah.
No, where'd you spring from?
I kind of like the idea that rhinos are in a constant, perpetual state of lizards.
Yeah, right.
Basically.
Okay, so that those things pass. Morning comes, and you guys all see Amar is actually looking remarkably serene. Perhaps more so than what any of you have had, and I think that each of you dreamt of mammoths as well. Everybody regains a point of Astonishing Swordsmen.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
So, morning comes, and you all feel fairly refreshed, and the weather, I think, will break as well after one more day. Let's see here. Oh, nice. Would someone kind of give me a percentile check again?
I'll do it.
High is better.
Oh, damn it.
He waits till you roll and then he goes.
Usually it's low is better. So
Yeah.
Well, it's still not bad because it is a change for the better. I'll just roll for representation. Actually, no, we knew. There's non-saturation would be. Yeah. Okay. So morning comes, and you guys are ready to set out for your day, all having feeling very refreshed, fresh with dreams of furry elephants.
Uh-huh.
And more to the point, you guys have all dreamt of the of that white mammoth as well.
Interesting.
So, what are you guys gonna do? You got food. Someone's gonna be. I'm gonna guess that Iphigenia is gonna carry Gormal Two Beards.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky Carl.
Yeah.
Guys, which means let's go back to the map.
To the map.
Yeah.
All right. So, it doesn't look like you guys have made a lot of progress until you zoom really close in. So let me see here. Where are you guys in relation to Tuleborg?
I can do my. Okay, so just for your edification, Kevin, don't tell me how close this is, but.
Oh, good. We're only 26 feet from Tuleborg.
Yeah.
Super, no.
Super close.
Okay.
We've been wandering around it this whole time. 20 feet that way.
Curse
No, it
this
was just
fog.
because I used the map to track out about how far it was and was trying to figure out about where Tuleborg is. So, okay,
Sure.
But that means that we still need to travel basically about as far as we have already traveled. So, we need to start moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's make a check for. I'm just going to check now to see about getting lost, so I know. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, guys, let's set out for the day. Which hex do you want to try and head to?
Probably just want to. We had talked about trying to get towards the coast, but should we? So
we want to go basically east by northeast. So I think to the northeast hex, and then to an east one, and then northeast, and then east.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is once again you've locked in your choice. Let's see what consequences come. Here we go. Reveal areas. Did I reveal that? Yeah. I don't know why I did that. That's weird. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh no!
All right.
Day of tracking across the tundra. The first part is uneventful. What is the next hex you're going to head towards? Oh, someone give me a percentile check for water.
Yeah, George, why don't you do another one?
Sure.
Since you rolled low last time.
See what? Yeah. Well. There you go.
Yeah.
53. No, there will
It's
be no
okay. We've been melting snow.
Well, and you get
without
2 of them this round as well, too. So,
Yeah.
Our session. Okay, so which next one? Same direction towards that hex?
To the east now, I think.
East now. Okay. Bold choice. All right, here we go. So we're into that hex. Let's see what happens. Okay. And reveal. Here we go. Oh, man. Oh, man. How long have I been waiting for you to get to this hex? Because it's got nothing in it.
Excellent.
Okay, so you guys, that has been 2 days of travel. I think that's as far as you can go for the day because of the snow that's still on the ground. So, end of day, who's checking for, what do you call it? Who's checking for
Water?
water? Yeah, agua.
George, you want to do another one?
Sure, absolutely. Here we go. Yeah, no.
No, cannot find water. Okay. But I am assuming you guys have your full water skins. Do you want to drink? You're now 2 days without food, and you are 1 day without water.
We probably should go another day without water, don't you think? Because it's after 3 days
Probably.
we start suffering consequences.
Yeah, it's probably best to do at least one more day of each without, and then refill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kevin, did you change the settings so that I can't put text on the map anymore? Because
Nope.
I'm not able to. Okay. Well, I was trying to put a marker for Eagle's Cairn, but
Where?
that's what that purple dot is.
Oh, hold on here. It might be because it's not revealed. You might, if you're trying to make something bigger than what can be revealed or displayed in the area, that's what might happen.
Okay, let me try smaller.
Like try putting in that larger area below.
Nope, I'm not. It pops up for a second and then gets rid of it. Okay, we can just remember that the purple dot is where Eagle is buried.
Okay, just 1 sec here.
Okay.
I have the power. Where is it? Text. Oh, you know what? What layer am I on here? It's not working for me either.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. Now it is. There you go.
yeah, just like that.
Cool.
If we ever want to come back and pay our respects, or just to track, because I also put the text note for where that cave that we spent so long in was.
I tried to put
yeah,
in
that's
Future Lich King, but it wouldn't fit.
Mhm.
Okay. So, evening comes. Who's going to look for firewood?
Reagan will go.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a percentile check, please.
And she'll take one of the horns with her.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, no problem. So
Awesome.
you guys do have a campfire for the evening. Everyone's staying warm, although it does feel like it's getting warmer. It's getting actually dangerously close to being 0 degrees Celsius, which is 30 Fahrenheit. So not bad. And the evening passes uneventfully.
Right.
So
Right.
now, anyone eating, or are you going to go without food and water for another day?
What did we decide? Did we decide one more day, or did we decide this is our restart day?
I thought tomorrow isn't tomorrow the restart day.
I think so,
Yeah, me too.
but I don't want to. Can we ask just how many? Right, we're at 2 days without food and water right now, right?
2 days without food, 1 day without water. I'm
2
assuming
days without food, 1 day without water. Okay,
Yeah.
so yes, tomorrow is the restart day.
Yeah.
So we went through all those rations that we got from the.
Nope,
No,
so-
we still have a fair number of rations. We're just trying to make them last for longer by
Okay.
only eating every couple of days.
Okay, that's fine. I was confused for a second.
Just sort of resets the clock for us.
Right.
Yeah.
on.
Kate
Yeah.
ain't them
We're
all.
tighten our belts.
Okay. All right. So then, next day, which hex you want to head towards?
I think same plan, northeast and then east.
Okay. So let's see here. Oh, and you guys could have hunted in the evening and hunted in the morning if you wanted as well.
I think,
I mean,
Just
you have
to-
food right now, and you're not.
yeah, we
eating-
have food, and that means triggering random encounter rolls. So I
Yeah.
would suggest that we march instead of hunt.
So it's up here we're heading?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Up there. Reveal areas.
I'd love to just disappear from the face of the earth.
Right.
Okay. More trackless miles of. Come on, get it there.
That was shocking.
Okay.
All right. Water roll.
Sure, I can try it again until I finally do it.
Yeah.
God damn, I'm going the wrong direction. Every roll has been higher.
Once again, you go running from the water elemental.
Right.
Too much water.
If it keeps going this way, I should then wrap around and get it like very low roll.
You would think, huh?
Yeah.
You would think.
We shall see.
Okay. So then, 1, 2, 3. Next one, north, east, or east?
East.
East.
Okay.
This way. That was a lot of rolls.
Yeah, because you're lost, getting lost rolls.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just adding more random encounters because you were getting tired of this marching.
We need to jazz things up. Let's throw some more fun. Okay, so you guys are heading off, and let me figure out where. Okay. Actually, it'll be this. So you set off, and across this sort of, you're not sure how the hell you manage this.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is where you find yourself.
This looks familiar.
Yeah.
Deja vu.
Isn't this the trackless tundra that we went across before?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it
It
could
all
be.
looks the same to me.
Right.
And we see ourselves.
Kind of, says Eagle wouldn't have got us lost.
It's probably true.
How much are you paying us, Gormal?
1,000.
Are you good for it?
Yes.
I guess we don't have like intimidate in this system, but can I do like a charisma check to see if he actually is good for it? No. Okay. No. All right. We'll keep him alive now.
Is there a reason why we don't just head straight east to the coast and then follow the coastline?
Well, when it was blizzardy, Kevin was saying that being on the coast when it's cold is really awful.
Yeah. Though that seems to have passed. I mean, it's getting back to the closer to the temperatures that you guys had been enjoying before.
Yeah.
It may be preferable to wandering in circles.
Getting lost.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
true.
right.
Do you have
that's
water on
really
your
good.
right? Yes or no?
I like this plan.
Yes, I agree.
So,
Okay.
Um,
So tonight is our restock night for food and water.
okay. So you guys are down a mouth now, so you still have 7 food left over. And the weather is still cold enough that there's ample amounts of snow to melt. So I'll say you could do that as long as you can find camp or firewood. So someone give me a roll for firewood, please.
Reagan's still feeling lucky.
Here we go.
With her. Oh, not
Oh.
She found a wood elemental.
Yeah. Okay. So unfortunately, you're searching around and you have been unsuccessful. Does someone else want to venture out and try and?
No,
I'll go out.
Okay. Kane's feeling lucky.
Yeah.
And we're going hunting.
No, we're just
Oh, that's a D10.
And I'll roll another one. So what was that?
That's a 6 then. So that's fucking. Kane finds a bunch of firewood and does not find anything else. Yes, you can absolutely go hunting as well. Kane was doing the what do you call it? Collecting firewood. So I guess the hunting is on you there, Amar.
I think I've run out of arrows. My arrow stock is
Okay. You can figure like if you mean you fired all the ones you had.
Yeah, I mean, I've been picking them up as I've gone along, but I started 7 sessions ago with like 10 arrows. It seems impossible.
at this
Figure
point.
that you've got like 5 left right now.
Okay.
It just I know it's just arbitrary, but I say 50% break chance with the arrow.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so then let's see here. Hunting. Amar, so the benefit is you're on your own, so it's a little easier. Give me a percentile check, please.
All right.
See how hunting goes for you. No prey again.
Yeah,
Fuck this wilderness, man. Now, this is where are the teeming, hills of your homeland?
Yeah.
So, while there is no prey, you do have full bellies. Did someone roll for the evening water check?
No, I can do
Not
that
yet.
now. Here we go.
Come on.
See, it works.
There you go. You're right.
There you go.
You got it all sussed out, George, man.
That's right. Now I figured this thing
goes
out.
Round.
So not only do you have plenty to drink, you also are able to fill your wineskins. So everyone's got full wineskins of water as well.
Awesome.
And you have, what is it, 2 extras?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, one's got poison in it.
One's got poison, and then we have 2 others that are extra. Yes.
So you have your 1, 2.
Well, one of those is for Gormal Two Beards.
Oh, you know what? You actually got 1 extra one from Eagle.
Oh,
Take it.
yes.
Yeah,
So
right.
that cancels out.
Yeah, so 9, 10, 11. So you have 11 rations of water right now.
Cool.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so then let's see how the evening passes. We have a campfire, you got water, you got full bellies. This is usually where things go well, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Let's see who's on watch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kane.
Aha.
Kane is on watch. Lucky Kane. That's what they call him, right?
Yep. They
I
do.
hope so. Yeah.
Lucky Kane. So Kane, you are on watch, and the one thing that has happened, it seems like there is a bit of a warming wind that has blown in, and it's actually, let's see here. Wow, it's actually above 0 Celsius. About 3 degrees right now. The wind that's blowing in is a little warming. So 37 degrees Fahrenheit, guys, for the Americanos.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're sitting there, and the fire is crackling beside you. Well, hold on. This is not the right map. This is not the right map for setting this mood.
Ah.
Let's see here. This is the right map.
Wait, I
No,
don't
I'm
think this is the right
Yeah,
map.
I really wanted to use that map again. This is the right map.
Oh, this is the
Uh-huh.
map we're looking
I know it so well. It's the foraging map.
So you're sitting by the fire. Everyone else is, dead asleep.
Unfortunate choice of words.
Fucking DM. No foreshadowing. So you're sitting by the fire, and why don't you give me? Let's see if there's a surprise check here. Give me a D6 roll, please. Let's see how this scene will play out. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Surprise.
That dead asleep was accurate.
Yeah. You do have astonishing fortune, I think. Still, if you want to re-roll that.
Yeah, re-roll it. I don't want to be dead asleep.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Boom.
Here we go. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Whew. So less cliffhanger than I was intending, or that may have come. So what you can hear is you're sitting down, and the wind is, of course, howling and blowing off the tundra. It feels like it's been, as the day has gone on, it's gotten progressively more moist as well too. A lot of the snow is finally melting. What are you thinking? Like, what's kind of going through Kane's mind as he's staring at the fire and then or looking out at the black wastelands that stretch around him?
I think staring at the fire just puts him in mind of back home at the forge, that he was so eager to leave, like a foolish youth. He didn't know when he was well off, really. You know, he's maybe having a few doubts, but then he's just recounting some of the recent victories and some of the heroic moments that we've had, and he's thinking, oh, maybe it's not so bad. And then that's when he sort of feels like the hairs on his neck sort of stand up, and it's that outdoor man kind of senses are starting to prickle, and
like even in this alien land, you're starting to sort of to pick up what sounds don't belong here, right? And there's the slight crunching of of loose stone. It's the sound of snow, crunching down underneath a heavy foot. And you turn. Okay. Jesus, they're close. Let's see how many of them there are. Okay. And shuffling towards you are 3 humanoid figures. I'm just going to use, let's see here. Wrong thing. My library. Use a hobbit, a samurai. No.
A hobbit samurai.
A hobbit samurai. That's what is a character I would say no to? Let's see here. I'll just use this image because it's a person, but so you can see around there. And I think because you were staring into from what you described, you were kind of looking into the darkness, or looking into the light, the fire. So you've got just like a bit of night blindness where you're looking over, and there's sort of the flickering of lights, and these things are moving towards you, or the figures are moving towards you, and as they slowly move into the light, they say, "You'll find out what I am in 2 weeks' time."
Excellent.
So, okay. So for those listening at home, let me get out of the game here, and we'll commence with the outro. Oh, first off, hold on. Before we do this, fucking XP.
Yeah.
Kev,
Oh yeah.
not being so goddamn cheap.
it's just getting short-changed. We're getting short-changed, lads.
We should have a lot of Astonishing Fortune left.
Everyone however many points of Astonishing Fortune you have, go ahead and put that in chat, please.
I believe I still had one.
And you revealed, let's see here, 1, 2, 3.
So how much did we get last week? People who were not there got half or no?
Half of whatever was awarded, yeah.
Does anybody recall what that was? I know it was.
I have written down 230.
Okay.
So
without the 10% bonus.
Yeah, that's without the bonus.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Oh no, crap! I've done that wrong.
All right, so let's see here.
No, that's mine's wrong. I'm up one. I'll just put in random numbers down. Well, it's a role-playing game after all.
That's right.
Yeah,
Random's good. Yeah, random's good.
Mm-hmm.
I was get a successful bluff check on your DM. I mean, it's all good. Okay.
Numbers is probably a pretty big number.
It's a good thing you're playing in this game, George. It's the only way I know what my experience is.
Right. Yeah, I'm tracking it. Don't worry.
Okay. So, guys, today's session nets you a total of 2,490 XP.
Wow.
Wow. Jeez.
So that gets us, if you have a bonus, to those been playing the whole time, to a total of 9,591.
Oh, so close.
9,591.
Correct.
Nice. Good man.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, sweet.
Sweet.
Okay.
My math is right here.
Did anyone ding?
I think I did. Just give me a second.
Sure.
Not yet.
Yeah, the warlock never.
Exactly. I got 2,000 left.
9,000 total. I doubt I.
Okay.
I've carried one. Hell yeah, I leveled up to 4.
Nope,
Holy
not
shit.
Awesome.
I need another 3,000.
And
I'm
Kane,
waiting to get 5. 5 is my sweet spot for my character.
Kane, are you at 9,000?
Yeah, you should be. Over 9,000.
Kane, welcome to level 4.
Who, me?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to check my handy dandy PDF that has materialized on my DriveThru account.
Excellent.
Okay,
So I'm
cool.
4th, yeah? Cool.
Yeah. So we got 2 people at level 4, and is Jason at level 4 or on the cusp?
Jason needs like 700 more XP to get to level 4.
He's racing around hitting his companions. You're worth more. You're worth more.
Hey man, when we get to Thuleborg, I'll be able to build a stronghold.
The sheer optimism you guys have when I get to the board, it warms my heart. Okay, so let me get out of the game here. Get going with the outro. Okay, whoops, what am I doing here? Boom. Put that on. Stop sharing. Broke my brain. Hey, we're back. All right. So for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us for session. What is this? Episode 7? Holy shit! 7. Yep. Episode 7 of our ongoing Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea campaign, Reavers of Thule. Our heroes so close, getting so much closer to Thuleborg itself and to respectable levels of power as well. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. Alternatively, you can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, or you can shoot me an email at dungeonmusings@gmail.com. You may also notice that we have a link in the description of the video to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign that we run on the channel. We don't run a Patreon or anything like that, but if you are inclined to toss some shekels in the channel's direction, I'd ask that you put it through there because any money that is donated through that campaign goes directly to assist SOS Children's Villages International in helping with very good work that they do to help children living in really difficult circumstances actually enjoy a childhood. It's of course not obligatory. I don't want anyone to feel obliged to do that, but if you do enjoy the content in the channel, you enjoyed the session, just to consider clicking through and learning a little more about the Heroes Save Villages campaign. Also, a massive thank you to Robert, who made a recent donation to the campaign as well. So we have yet another charity game coming up in the coming year. Last but not least, I want to thank my players. So guys, Arlen, Colin, George, Robert, Will, thank you so much for spending the morning in Thule with me. It took 7 sessions to kill a henchman.
Wow.
Well, we didn't have many opportunities because we only had one henchman around.
That's right.
That's true. Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, guys, so again, I guess for those guys in the game, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks' time. And for those listening at home, I hope to see you in 2 weeks' time. And until then, happy game.